like dancing?
No, I'm wildly
Well,
uncomfortable.
you like it if you get drunk. Is that right?
No, I'll do it.
You like dancing.
Oh, I'm absolutely. I love
That's the
dancing.
gayest fucking thing you've ever said to me.
Thanks, man. I'm leaning into
Outside
that.
of the
I
time you
appreciate it.
explained that you were bisexual to me. That's the gayest.
That's probably.
I
Shit,
think
fuck.
dancing's fun. I just suck. I was like telling him how like if I even start, as soon as I do it, my head's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I'll actually try to be good at it. I'm like, no, I got to do a cool move. And then as soon as I move, I'm like, dude, just stop.
Yeah,
Shit.
dancing.
I don't know. I take that pressure away from myself. I just fucking move. Like I just.
Yeah, remember you started doing it. You started like kind of
I
doing
thought
moves in
you
the
said it.
restaurant. I was like, yeah, that's making me uncomfortable. Please stop, dude.
You gotta stop. He just kind of danced right now, and I'm pretty fucking upset with it.
Shit, fucking.
But
I'm
yeah,
glad you have Tourette's.
Yeah. If I have Tourette's while I'm dancing, it just looks like
Then
I'm
it,
still
then it
dancing.
makes me. I'm like, all right. He said fuck. That's good. You know, makes
good
it
for
funny.
what? Oh, makes it funny.
Yeah.
Nice little button on the thing.
Yeah, if he was just didn't have that and was just down here dancing,
True.
I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I get people, they laugh like at the Tourette's, which like I agree with. Like I think it's funny. But I like to give them permission first. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if I meet somebody right off the bat and they're like, oh, that's, and they like are laughing because I'm
Yeah.
shaking and twitching.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Well, if
yeah.
you shake and twitch, I'm not gonna be like ha ha. But if
Shit.
whenever I see you like on stage or just a minute ago when we were both upstairs and I could hear you down here just fuck, it's like yeah, that's pretty funny.
No, that makes sense. So I can see why you'd say that. If someone just out of nowhere was just like, ha, you'd be like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
you
wait
have-
till
but-
I kind of like, yeah.
True.
Shit,
But,
fuck.
like a well-timed, someone chucking out like a well-timed cunt into the air, it's like, that's a touchdown regard. If we were strangers and I was in the supermarket, you're like, fuck, I'd be like, just because I'm like, damn, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
But I could see that.
I think definitely more at like shows, like if
Yeah.
people laugh, then I'm fucking. I haven't done I've done cunt like ever.
You don't chuck out cunt? Yeah, what
No.
are the
Shit.
things you chuck out?
Worst ones have been the N word and kike.
You chuck out lower cunt.
Yeah, kike I
How's
do
that
pretty
for-
often.
Now, do you like...
fucking?
Does the N word come out
Shit.
in like a certain environment, or is this
God.
just like a community party? Like,
No, they're pretty much never triggered by like what I'm thinking about. They're usually, I mean,
You're
unless
not
I'm
thinking
thinking
about black people when you say it.
That's exactly like
Yeah.
like it's like if I am saying like asshole or like piece of shit or like the N word, it's never about somebody. It's never like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
of course.
purely like a reaction. Fucking Kike City, baby.
Yeah, I've heard you say Kike City a few times.
That's
Which is such a great Tourette's fucking move. Kike City, baby. So good.
I got
Where is
clean
Kike
ones.
City?
Oh, that's my house. No, shit.
that is pretty wild.
That's
man.
great.
I say I've been saying check, please.
Check, please.
Just
That's actually a sick catchphase, dude. It's like say a nice joke, be like, check please, and it's fucking...
Check, please. Yeah.
I like Kike City a lot better. Kike City is fucking great, dude.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
If I've always been afraid of... That's been a real anxiety of mine, of saying the N-word like that.
Oh yeah.
Like,
What do you mean?
Like, that's... Like, if you just say it like that,
Just out of nowhere?
like in public, if you just said the N-word...
do you have
I have thought
the
about-
N-word bubbling on your
No,
tongue?
no, but I have thought about, like, all right, this is a fucked up thing, but I've thought about being in a public spot like church or something and being like, if I said that word right now, it'd be over. It'd just be chaos.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If we were just sitting in mass or at like Thanksgiving.
Shit.
Actually, at Thanksgiving, they'd be like, yeah, what?
I've actually thought of that before, just like going to church and just dressing like Marilyn Manson, just standing in the back. Like it would just disrupt the whole thing, dude. It would ruin everything.
I've never been to church.
You never been to church?
That's probably
Might-
why I have to.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might cleanse you of that.
Shit. I
Get some
tried to
holy
do an
water. What do you think
exorcism.
you're drinking?
Oh yeah. Fuck. Actually,
some
I tried to
holy
do an
water, dude.
exorcism, like a fake one. I had like
Yeah.
my roommate dress up as a rabbi, and like
Did Jews
pour a hole-
exercise?
just that's like a
Demons?
fake- No,
Really?
nah. I mean,
Not
maybe.
even like the old school like Dybbuk chasers?
Shit. They don't have like, they don't have demons or like an afterlife or anything.
What?
I don't know. Shit. I think,
Hold on, Jewish people don't believe in an afterlife?
or it's like a vague
Something
idea.
like that,
Like
yeah,
they don't
yeah,
have like
yeah.
a heaven hell structure. Shit.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I just watched a documentary on Jews.
Really?
It's, it's called One of Us. It's on Netflix. It's about Hasidic Jews in New York. It's fucking nuts, dude.
What do they do?
They're fucking whack jobs.
Really?
Hasidic Jews, obviously.
I know
not,
what you're talking about, yeah.
Obviously not Benny. I'm not talking Kike
about,
City.
Yeah, Kike City. That's what
No, like the Amish.
That's actual real
like
life.
the Amish Jewish dudes.
Yes. They are full on fucking like Amish people.
Yeah, they have to
like
have
they got
sex.
the uniform. They have to have sex every Friday.
Well, they have to cut a hole in the
Mandatory.
sheet. They got to cut a hole in the sheet. Isn't that true?
I've
Like,
heard that. Yes.
Is that true? Orthodox Jews cut a hole in the sheet and have sex like through a sheet.
yeah, it's a thing.
That's pretty
From
cool.
what I've-
That's
from what
actually
I've
pretty
heard.
sick.
That's a great idea.
My relatives are Orthodox.
Really? So they
Yeah.
only have sex through like a traditional ghost costume.
I haven't asked them. I haven't been like my cousins have been like, yeah. How do you guys fuck? What do you guys?
True.
But they have
bet you could
3
Tourette's.
ovens.
I bet you could Tourette's
is
your way
weird.
into that
Shit.
question. Just be like, how do you fuck? Use it to your advantage, dude.
No,
And you just made it a Jewish oven joke?
Well, they
Is
actually
that what I heard?
they
Wait,
do
what?
actually have 3 ovens. And like when I was there, it was like, haven't we had enough? But like,
Penny.
they, no, yeah, that's
We
right.
have a lot of Jewish
Take those
listeners, and
I'm one of
I
them.
wanna
But these are my.
apologize to our Jewish
I'm
listeners.
sorry. I'm sorry for all the.
I was reading. I was reading this book
Shit,
about
fuck. Sorry, no.
concentration camps,
Shit.
and I didn't know that when you walked in, there was just a dude who pointed to the left or right, and if like he pointed left, instant death, and if you to the right, you were like a slave.
Well, that's one of those things. It depends where, for sure.
This was like a guy's first-hand account. He was like,
Yeah,
he
I know,
walked
but
in.
it depends which
one it was, yeah.
yeah. Because there were certain camps that were just death camps.
Yeah, he
Like-
said the
like
smaller ones were
Auschwitz.
even worse. He went to a smaller one, and he said like everyone thinks Auschwitz was the worst, but he went to like some of the smaller ones kill people way more.
Maybe more at a higher rate, but I think numbers wise, it's like Dachau, Auschwitz.
He
They're
said,
like
yeah,
the,
could
they're
be.
like the factories for it.
I think he went there too. But I think
Anyway,
he said it was
Benny,
like
we
1
brought
in
you down
27.
here to discuss the Holocaust.
I'm like in a
1 in
basement. You're
27.
talking
That was
about
your odds of
shit ass.
surviving.
Ooh.
My
pretty tough.
relatives
work
were
camp.
the Russian
Yeah.
pogroms. That was
Yeah.
The what?
my relatives were pogroms in Russia as opposed to Holocaust. That's why they came to America.
What was
Yeah.
that?
So the story goes, great grandfather and his brother went out fishing, and from like this small Jewish village. And when they got back, everything was on fire, and just everybody else was dead. So they made a run for it.
Holy shit!
But, so not Holocaust though. Yeah, but
Were they like hiding in the
Wait,
woods?
so this is a
like,
separate.
Fuck! Oh, shit, we gotta be quiet. Fuck! Shit!
So this is a whole separate thing. People just went and.
they had Tourette's. It's genetic, so maybe fucking.
Dude, that's wild.
Oh yeah. That's a separate thing in Russia. People would just come to like the Jewish towns and just beat the crap out of them. Sometimes, murder
Yeah.
them.
Damn.
I always called them pogroms.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah,
It might be. I think it's a pogrom.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Shit. Yeah. Fuck ass.
Here we go.
Had a hard time hiding.
Now
the
we're getting
attic.
hot, dude.
Fucking nice.
What you got on your mind, Shanny boy?
Nothing, man.
Shit.
I just couldn't get over the Hasidic Jews in this thing. You
Why?
gotta watch it.
I do
It's
have to check
fucking
that
wild.
out. I've always been really, really like curious about what
What
they're
those
up
guys
to.
are up to. I always thought they were fucking normal people that just wore that outfit. No, dude, they're fucking, like you said, like the Amish. They're fucking. They're
I always thought they
secluded.
just loved Weird Al.
And then I saw something about. I think I might have got this wrong, but I think in the documentary it said like 300,000 of them are on public assistance.
Really?
I don't know, which seemed anti-stereotypical to me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like,
Oh, saying they're
I thought
not
Jews
like
had a lot of money.
balling the fuck out.
No, it's like they're poor. They rely on the government there.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought I read
In the United States? Where was this at?
in Brooklyn.
Wow. Yeah, when I was in Brooklyn, I saw
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Shit. They both looked at me just now because they forgot it.
I do have a question. When you, on occasion, chuck out a hard N, is it like ER or soft A?
You know, it's been both, but
Okay.
it's not.
Depends on the mood.
It's never happened in public, which is cool. Like
that is a
it's,
plus.
It's only been, I'd say, less than 10 times.
Okay.
But yeah, shit.
I'm
Fucking,
beating you today.
what is it?
I got you beat today, dude. What are you fucking complaining about?
I always thought about that if Donald Trump
Kike is
does that.
often, though.
That'd be a sick rumor to spread. Like every morning he goes into the bathroom and just whispers the N-word in the toilet 10 times and starts his
He's gonna
day.
get caught like the guy in the Jinx. He's gonna be still on record. He's like, of course. Yeah. Oh man. So how long have you had Tourette's?
Only 2 years the severe type, and then most of my life I've had like kind of like a milder like twitch. Shit.
God damn, dude.
What do they?
This sucks, man. I'm really.
That's all right. It's fun.
What do they?
I
like
think
it.
it's funny. Yeah.
That's true. What do they do for that? Is there like ever I mean, I'm not going to compare it to sneezing, but is there ever a thing where people are like, try to do it and see if you can?
Wait, do
Like
you
if
mean
we
like
hold you upside
try
down and
to-
make you drink that glass of water, is it going to stop? Is
No,
that what you're trying to get at?
I've heard of people before saying like when you have something like that, like with obsessive compulsive disorder, or like when people compulsively sweat. Some
Yeah.
people will like sweat and like freak out about it. Someone will be like, try to make yourself sweat right now, and they're like, and they can't do it. So I wonder if it's like a sneeze
Oh,
in
you
that.
mean if I was like, Benny, do
yeah,
one
do
of
it.
your-
If I was like, do it right now, is it like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, it doesn't. I can't do it on command.
That's what I mean. But I heard it's
I do have the OCD like with it also though. So some of them are OCD. If they happen where it's just like shit, like that. Actually, that was a Tourette's, and like that's a good example of one that I didn't see coming. Then that's like pure Tourette's in like my mind.
Oh, I got you.
But if it's more like, if it's one that I feel like I can hold pretty well, or if it's like, I'm trying to think. Like sometimes I can, like I feel the sensation a little bit before it happens, and I think those are more OCD. They're like, I really want to fucking do it.
It feels good to let it out, basically.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
It's
Nice.
like holding your eyes open
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
a long time. Yeah.
I can see that.
Shit.
So you have two types: one that just pops out of nowhere, and one that you kind of feel build up, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm letting it fly."
Yeah.
Kike
Yeah,
City's coming, baby.
Absolutely.
We're doing it.
Kike City, baby.
Flying down the turnpike. Coming.
Next thing.
Well, that's that is fucking funny. So how was Tosh.0?
Oh, that was.
I saw that.
great.
That was a good interview,
blast.
man. I watched
Yeah,
that.
thanks,
and,
man.
Fucking.
that was great.
It's cleaner than this one, which is funny. which is funny because like he's more known on that show for going in on people, but he was very like nice, very
Yeah,
sweet.
I was surprised. I watched that. He was like super like nice and sweet, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
Dude, Tosh seems like he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen, I like all his specials. He gets a weird. I think we've said this on here before. He's one of my favorite comics. That like, if you ask somebody who their top 10 favorite comics are, Tosh is never
No, he's not.
like he never gets the respect I think he definitely deserves.
No,
yeah.
you pointed that out to me. I remember because I never thought. I was like, yeah, Tosh.0's all right.
Yeah.
But I never thought about that. I was like, dude, he's been around forever.
it's definitely like a character he does for the show, and I think people
Yeah.
don't like the character's like perspective, and like I agree with that like pretty often. Like I'm not on the same page like as a lot. Like it definitely goes. Fucking. That's a good one.
Sorry, dude.
like a broier angle, but like in terms of like writing, like him and I think he's similar to Jesselnick. Like the jokes are really tight, but they're just like very dark and very dirty
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, he's just being an asshole, and it's like it's kind of funny. I don't know.
It is funny. I like it.
He slid in there with that shit about the. What did he remember? He told a girl like, "I wish." He said something about rape.
Something
and the girl
about
was,
rape, yeah, he
and
got
he
in
was
a
like,
lot
"I
of
wish
trouble.
someone would rape you or something."
Yeah, I'm
he
not
got the last one of those in, dude. They're not allowed. He wouldn't be able to do that.
got
I'm
in
not
a lot
on
of trouble.
board with that
He
joke.
did, but
I don't
that
like
was
Read some
still.
articles, but yeah.
Oh
you're
yeah,
right,
he got in
you're
trouble,
right.
but like, dude, he slid into home on that one. That was
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, it's the last time anyone will ever say that in a public arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he should have done that one.
So they flew you out to LA.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
that.
Benny.
You're welcome.
Fucking head of PR over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you should have said
Fuck yeah.
that you wish that girl got raped.
Yeah.
You're a male feminist, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I listened to this. Yeah. I don't know. So it's interesting. Like I definitely agree with you guys on a lot of like your critiques and that's the way I phrase
hear
it.
you.
It's like I definitely think that you look at like the Hillary Clinton like liberal stuff, that angle, and you guys are very right about a lot of that being very dumb and bad in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you guys went further to the right off of that. I went further to the left.
Okay.
So like I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I
where'd
hear
you go?
I
Like
hear
Bernie or bust, pretty much. Like far.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I would say Bernie is definitely like a great example of like where I stand.
So you're a communist.
So I'm some. You know what I mean?
Socialist.
No, I have no. I don't. Did you
Like
guys
got
vote
me into
today?
your basement.
I did vote.
Did you get a sticker?
I did not. I moved places. And
You didn't vote?
My polling places.
What the fuck,
I didn't.
dude?
I didn't re-register.
You're the
so
worst
I-
male feminist.
Oh God.
I went and I
No.
voted for Pat Toomey
Did you vote for Tombstone?
on everything. I wrote him in on everything. No, I didn't fucking vote for this
No.
shit.
I make sure when I vote to get the Spanish sticker to make sure like everyone knows how fucking.
Very.
Yeah,
That's sick.
I said, hey, votado hoy.
At the election, somebody gave me their sticker. I found
saw
it.
that. Yeah, you
I
found one on the
I found a
ground.
sticker and put it on. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" dude.
That's something that burns my ass. When I see those stickers, I'm always like, take that shit the fuck off.
Yeah,
I
agree.
read it today. It's like, all right.
Fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, but so, like, I don't know, you say, like, the male feminist thing. I know, like, your angle is definitely, like, that I'm just saying that.
No.
To, like, you know what I mean? I've
That's
heard
not
you.
it. No.
Yeah, fair, but I definitely.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
you're one of the guys that's just saying that to get pussy.
Yeah, like, that's.
No.
Yeah, that.
That's Matt's
I mean,
take
you
on
pretty
it.
much do
That's
everything to
Matt's
get
Matt's
pussy. Everyone
take.
does everything to get pussy.
That's not the angle I'm going for either, though.
It's a very sexist philosophy Matt
What?
has.
What? That everyone's men
Yeah.
mostly are
Let's get into
motivated to
this.
get ass?
Not me.
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to win an
Here to-
NHL fucking Stanley Cup, dude. Do you think
That's
do you
true.
think that's to get
Shit.
pussy?
That's
That's
true.
what I'm doing in the dark. I'm doing that alone. I'm trying to win a title, dude.
That's I can't put my finger on what motivates that.
that
That's
is.
almost kind of funny.
Dude, I was driving home. The other day, and I was like, man, I really am totally off the fucking grid. Like, I was just driving back to Mechanicsburg again.
Yeah.
Then I drive back to Philly. Then I'm like, all right, I'll do a podcast and open mic. All right, I got a show. I'll go do a show. Get like $200. I'm like, sick. I'm rich. And then dude, I'm a fucking vagrant. Dude. It was a weird moment to like be driving at night and just be like, I got nothing to do. Holy shit.
You start feeling like the
Crazy.
bad guy from the Dennis the Menace movie. Who's like
Yeah,
eating an
just
apple off a knife.
Can of beans, dude.
That's such a specific. I have not seen that, but I just like the
No, I
mental.
get that reference a lot. Well, because I lived off beans for a summer.
When I would my one thing with video games against the computer is that when I realize I'm playing the computer, it freaks me out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm playing the computer and losing, and then I get upset about losing to the computer. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I? I'm playing against a weird like
Well,
algorithm.
here's
It
a weird
fucking,
thing.
and I just stop and I go to my room and I'm like,
Shit.
am I doing?
I don't get pissed when I lose. I actually am like, oh, sick, dude. My team's got motivation this offseason, dude. Fuck them. We're coming for the Capitals, dude. Like, it's a weird, yeah.
Yeah, they make some
ever
games
get mad.
easier
Really?
because they're so hard. Like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
If the AI if they just played perfectly, they would fucking crush you every time.
Yeah.
So how do they do that? What do
They dumb it down on purpose, so they like make them like if you played chess against the computer, if you play it on like hard, it's gonna win every
Yeah.
time. So they make mistakes on purpose, which is cool.
That's scary.
Like the computers are like, whoa,
Wow, that's weird to think about.
shit.
No, I don't know. I don't think the computer can't stop me on Heisman when I'm playing college football.
True.
So I don't think there's a way to stop
Oh, they're
me.
not. Yeah, some games they
Some
just
games
can't. You're just
I've
unbeatable.
Who was the guy who played the computer in chess? What was that guy's
Oh,
name?
Kasparov. He
Yeah?
played Deep Blue.
That's me. I'm the
Fuck yeah.
Kasparov of NHL. No, not NHL. I can't win a cup. I'm the Kasparov.
The
of
computers, they got nothing on
NCAA.
real football.
Did he
They can't.
beat Deep Blue?
Yeah, fuck.
You gonna play real football against a computer?
Yeah, they got nothing there
He'll
yet.
fuck you up soon. Soon.
It's a Roomba with like a knife. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go,
what you're
man.
fashion-
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Shit, fuck ass.
I deleted my Facebook today. It's
Really?
funny, I was in my kitchen today, like I'm off the grid.
Really? That's sick, dude.
Did you ever delete it before?
Yeah.
Do you know what? You know how like they send you like as soon as you start to delete it, there's just a picture of a bunch of people's faces, and it's just like it says, "Are you sure you won't ever talk? This person will miss you, and this person will miss you." And it's like message them now. It's fucking weird,
Ugh.
Shit.
and it's like
Yeah.
all your
I
stuff
don't
will go
remember that.
away.
Yeah, that's
No
specific.
one will,
like,
it's like your
social.
1,000 something friends will never be able to contact, dude. It's like,
Oh, so you deleted your account? I just deleted it off my phone.
see, I deactivate it. I'm like, enough of that.
Okay.
I'll deactivate it for a while, and then I go, I want to fully delete it, but it's like I use it for shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, today I like deactivated it again. I was like, fuck yeah.
I have some friends.
Fuck.
Shout out Jared. What up, boy? He doesn't have Facebook, and it's like I see him. I'm like, what a fucking recluse.
It's awesome, dude.
What a psycho.
I want to not have it so bad. I hate Facebook. Every time I go on, the more you stay away from it, then you go on and you're just like, well, why are people writing all this shit on here?
It's actually like going to an open mic.
Yeah.
I started going back to the
It's like
open
a
mics,
never-ending
and I show up to the
yeah.
open mic, and it's just like, oh man, we're still here. It's same fucking group, same like. I don't know. I've been going to the open mics again, and it's
Yeah.
it's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird to see.
Yeah, when
now
you
all
step
my
away.
friends are gone, so now it's a new group of young weirdos. They're all male feminists.
He's looking at me in the eyes.
It's a weird fucking bunch.
Fucking A.
Fuck yeah.
No, yeah,
So-
actually, I like it. It's like I don't know.
What,
Like,
Facebook?
I was gonna say, kind of like the open mic vibe these days is like, I'm gonna say more inclusive, and I do genuinely like that.
Did you ever see it before?
I've only
Because
been.
it was pretty inclusive. It was just as inclusive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody was patting themselves on the back for it, but if you were good,
Oh,
you got,
fair, okay.
if you were good, you were in the first half.
Yeah, I do not
That's how
like
it was.
a certain like. I mean, you guys were talking about the mayor on another one, like that show, and like,
Oh,
you guys just
yeah,
like kind of
yeah,
like like that's like really patting itself on the back in like a very public way, and I was like, yeah, that's absolutely true.
I just watched an episode of Broad City. It was
was
brought,
that?
somebody brought it to my attention. Was like, you got to see this. It's like literally the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. And the one girl couldn't have an orgasm since Donald Trump got elected. And that was the big. And it was just.
Did someone come through and do it or no?
Yeah, she went to an old black lady who taught her how to do it. Yeah,
Sounds pretty fucking good.
No, it's not. It's very
How'd you
annoying.
teach her how to do it?
She was like, "We need to name your vagina. Oh, your vagina's so pretty and
that sucks.
powerful." And it was just like
I was thinking
I
of
thought
like
this
I was
was
thinking of like a
comedy.
big bull coming through and it's like opening it up.
no, the bull didn't do it for her.
was
She
a-
was like a psychiatrist. And it was
That's a pretty it's a wild episode.
They got some good episodes, but that what you're saying
the
sounds
one. It
pretty
was
bad,
rough.
But yeah,
It was rough.
shit, fuck.
You really think? Actually, I haven't been able to come since Donald Trump got elected.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been able to come. It's crazy.
Why do you think that is?
I have to
You
come
build it
every
up.
like 72 hours or I die.
Yeah, Matt's gone several times where he's like, "I'm going to give up coming."
No, I tried.
done,
No,
like-
it's no fat. What do you think about no fat, Ben?
Oh man, I don't think I could.
It's wild, dude.
Yeah, that's such a
There's a good
intense
question. Do you Tourette's while you're jerking off?
Oh, dude. You know, I don't think so.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like-
that's what you should do every time you're out in public.
I gotta think about it. I don't do it when I'm asleep either. Or actually, you know, I take that back. I had a friend. I was like with a group of friends, and like I fell asleep. And they were like, "You're very like you don't Tourette's in your sleep." But then another time, they said I did. So
Yeah,
I
just
have,
while
like,
you're sleeping.
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
any that's any
I
given
have
night.
no
While
idea.
you're sleeping, you just whisper
Shit.
the N-word.
Well, that's the dreams I'm having. That's the
Oh man,
The so
shit.
do you ever like in the when you're crumming? Do you ever just like
When
yell
I'm
something out?
Crumming?
Yeah,
when you fucking
that's the best way to say
you
crumming.
No,
crumb
no
out your
crumb.
When you crumb, do you ever yell?
No frap. No
when your
frap
fucking
November.
penis crumbs.
When I wait, so oh man, like
When your penis crumbs, are you ever just like shit, Kaikon City?
I think I definitely.
no,
do that.
that's genuinely
Yeah, you
never
do.
happened.
Matt Tourette's hard.
loud,
when he
dude.
nuts.
You're loud,
super
Matt's
loud,
like,
dude.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you get into it.
I feel like
you
when
gotta lean
I
into it.
for like for 2 seconds when I'm coming, I physically leave the world and come back. I'm like whoa, and I feel like I jump through a wormhole and I'm like, go back. Oh my god,
Dude, when I come, it goes instantly from it felt good right before I come. Right when I crumb, I'm just like, right before I crumb, I'm just like, this is great, and then as soon as I crumb, I'm like, all right, I gotta clean this up. What the fuck? This is disgusting. There's never a moment where I'm like, this existential moment of like, oh my god, yeah. It's always just like this. Feels good. This feels good. Oh, disgusting. What the fuck?
well, it depends
That's
how
it.
I crumb. If I'm jerking off, instantly,
Even with a hot
I feel
lady,
bad.
I'm just
Instantly.
like, oh, I gotta get this off you.
Really?
Sorry about the crumb on you.
no, I
It's
take
an
pics.
apology, like immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
If it's a lot, I take a pic of it, like to see how much it is, and I look at it and go, and then delete it.
Really?
Yeah.
You've actually taken
got
pictures of your
archives
crumb.
Of my
like-
crumb, yeah, definitely.
On women? You've
Yeah.
taken a picture. You've been like, stay still.
Yes,
crumb
on my
from
belly, on her belly or back. I'd be like, hold on a second. I'll snap a pic and be like, dude, that's so much. And then I'll be like, I can't fucking send this to anyone. Then I
Oh
delete
my
it.
god.
Well, if it's a lot, you know, that's like.
Yeah,
I
don't
also
take
though.
a picture.
Finish that sentence. If it's a lot, it's like what?
Well, this is where I
It's
was
cool
going.
to photograph.
Oh man,
I used to have a.
Man, I'm not
I think it
against that.
stems from when I was little. I used to have this weird. A lot of people I think have this like a competitive thing about like the amount of liquid you're peeing next to someone else.
Oh yeah.
Like if you get into a urinal next to someone, you want to last longer peeing than they do.
Wait, does that go away? 'Cause I still, every once in a while, I'll take a real weak ass piss at a urinal and be like, "What the fuck, dude? These guys."
That's where I think
Shit,
it stems
fuck.
from.
There we go.
You're fine.
Been a while. That's it.
That's where I think it stems from. If I crumbed like a whole bunch, I'm like, nice.
You have a whole bunch of crumb just sitting there. You just crumbed out of your penis, and you need to take a picture. That's crazy.
It's not, you know, every now and again I used to do it. Now I don't. As
I'm
much,
not,
but
I'm not against that. If you're into that, that's
I
cool.
think. I mean,
like
it was just cool to see.
Benny, how often do you crumb?
that. How often do I crumb? Man, well, I don't avoid it, man. I definitely like, you know what I mean? Oh god,
You don't have
say,
to answer
yeah.
it. Seriously, I just wanted to ask
I
you.
mean, I was working on
Crumb.
I was working on every day for like
Every day's
forever.
a good crumb
Forever.
crumb cycle.
Now I'm on like a 3-4 dayer. I try to hold it.
Ooh.
Man.
Give it all to my bae. I'm off. No more PMO,
Oh,
dude.
you have a nice,
that better?
You have
Like-
bae.
True. No more. I don't. I
Like,
don't
I'm-
watch porn. I try not to watch porn anymore.
I know
Oh.
like an individual 3 or 4 dayer will be better. But like, do you prefer doing like that's better than doing like 4 single days? Like
Yeah. Well,
Shit, fuck.
my whole thing is that
get into the statistics.
Yeah.
And then,
I just like to.
You're talking to the right
I just
guy.
I never feel exact. That's true.
You're talking to the
I
crumb
never
king,
feel
dude.
after if I like watch porn and masturbate at my age of 31, I instantly am like, why the fuck am I doing this?
fuck.
And then if I save it for 2 days and unleash it all on my bae, I feel like there's I feel like she can tell if I had just JO'd that day. If that makes sense.
Fucking-
No. I have the exact same thing.
She can tell. She
well,
knows.
she can't.
I think she can. Because when I'm holding in
My
4 days
bae
worth,
doesn't inspect the crumb.
it's not the crumb. It's my
It's your torque.
my torque, dude. My hardness. It's my
man.
torque, my hardness, and yeah, dude.
Torque.
The other day
How
she
hard
actually.
you whimper.
The other day she was kind of like that wasn't that much, and I was just like,
You're all whimpered
I
out.
masturbated. Fuck.
Did you already whimper today?
I know. I didn't whimper today. You can tell my voice is way deep. If I whimpered, my voice isn't this deep.
You lose your voice every time
Yeah.
you crumb.
I do.
Fucking hey.
Oh, man. Fuck, I feel like I had a question about the crumbing, but I don't
What,
think
mine?
I do.
I just like
no.
to hold it in.
You were
and save
talking
it
to
for my
Matt
bae.
about porn. You got to remember, Matt was addicted to pornography.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. I
So-
listened. Well, I didn't see. I listened to the trans one.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Thank you.
Matt was addicted to pornography.
You guys,
was.
you guys into gay porn at all?
No.
Into this? I assume Shane isn't. No, dude. I want to see what this
No,
is.
of course I'm not into fucking gay porn.
I just caught myself being like, no, dude. But no, I
Nice.
can't. I
I
didn't.
wanted to see it.
Yeah, you just gave us Tourette's.
I would. Yeah, I wanted to get. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I've actually.
When did you first get into gay porn?
Oh man. The thumbnails on like Pornhub.
Oh,
they
man, so
tease
this
you.
was a late developing
Oh yeah, I don't know.
thing as well, right?
Fucking what the?
Gay porn.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
Why?
You think Tourette's? You think I got like poisoned or something? And now I'm like,
I think Tourette's will. Yeah, you might.
No,
you might have
no,
caught
I'd say-
Tourette's from the gay porn.
no, I came out as like bisexual in high school, and then I like immediately was like, oh no, just kidding.
How was that
It's like
received?
That's a good
it was
move.
received so poorly
was that
at the time.
What year was this?
That was like 2012. Yeah.
Yeah, still a little early. That was
That was
back
good.
before it was
Shit,
as
fuck.
cool. That
Notre
was-
Dame was undefeated. That's a tough time to come out as bi, dude.
yeah, that
So
was-
I definitely like.
and you thought everyone was going to be like, oh, hell yeah.
Well, no, no, because at the time I just kind of like, I don't know. I don't think I expected people to be like hell yeah, but I was more like trying to figure myself out, and I was like, is this me? And people were like, that's not you, and I was like, oh, you're right. And then,
Yeah, you're right.
and pulled back, and then honestly, like
funny.
I genuinely like got myself to think like, no, maybe I'm straight.
Oh, I noticed you have
for, like,
painted fingernails.
Oh yeah, my nails are painted right now.
That's crazy as fuck.
Is that wild? then
Do you, Benny?
was
True.
that?
Do you, Benny?
We're allies.
I don't
want you to
believe
know.
that.
Why do you not
No,
believe that?
No,
Of
I
course
do.
we're
I do
allies.
believe that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
I think you guys
my
are-
whole thing is that I would watch the T porn, and it would be like, in my head, I'm
Matt's
like,
gay.
I'm Q+, but I'd watch, I'm not. I'd watch
You're
the T
very
porn.
Q+.
Shit,
if you're
fucking
jerking off to
Transsexual
Q.
porn is marketed for heterosexual men.
Really?
Kinda,
That's
it's
interesting.
marketed for kind of gay heterosexual men.
Nah,
Shit,
dude.
fuck.
It's,
True,
it's
it is.
marketed literally. Dude, I read the book. A Million Wicked Thoughts.
fuck this
A Billion
book.
Wicked, did you read A Billion
God
Wicked
damn it.
Thoughts?
It's
Dude, I'm
Matt's
telling you,
fucking Bible.
that whole book, I swear to God, that whole book was written by a guy to like for him to understand why he watches tranny porn. Because like he's saving it for the very last chapter, and it's all like, yeah, dude, totally chill. It's written for it's made for hetero men, not gay at all. It's actually like kind of like hyper masculine to check it out, dude. It's so funny.
Oh, he's
But
like
my thing is,
rebranding it.
he is. He's really being like, dude, it's totally chill.
And it's and you love it because you're the
I
guy.
see. This is a slope of it. It's like
very lubed.
you're
Slow.
you're watching porn, and naturally you're going for like more and more and more to where it's like normal lesbians making out is not doing it for you. Then you seek something a little bit more out there, and then it's like transsexual woman fucks girl, and you're like, this is fine. That's how you slip
Yeah.
into it. What's
Shit,
wrong
fuck.
with that?
There's nothing wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
But then it's
You
like
don't know that. You believe it's wrong. That's why you quit.
I
You're
don't.
like,
I don't
"This
believe
is
it's
fucked
wrong.
up."
I would just stop
He's ashamed
watching
of
it.
his sexuality.
I would
Benny.
stop watching. Every time I
it's
stop
all right, man.
watching, I would just go, ugh. And then I'd be like, I don't want to fucking see that.
Well, that's like, I guess that is your sexuality, though. Like, if you have that base, like, instinctual, like, rejection of a certain body type. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's like straight men literally have, like, that gut, like, reaction against gay men and, like, or, like, bodies of men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's literally what it is.
Oh, you're
like,
just saying
it's not
hetero
like
as fuck.
I'm saying you're hetero as fuck.
No, I'm saying your sex drive is gay. You have a very gay sex drive.
I don't know, man.
And then once you're crumless, then
True.
Then you're straight
That's
again.
true. My crumb hits me, dude, and it's got to get out.
Something's got to go.
The way the
That
cookie
stuff
crumbs.
is like fucking poison, man.
Yeah.
That stuff is poison to my system, dude.
Your crumb?
Yeah, man,
I got a breathalyzer one time. The guy's like, "Dude, you got a lot of crumb in you."
0.69?
That's all.
Where did he put the breathalyzer?
Where
Right on
did
my
it-
penis, dude.
In your penis?
Right on. Put the breathalyzer
On the tip of your penis?
But yeah,
Nice.
that's that was always my thing, and I'd be like, dude, I just don't. Even though when I'd watch any porn, after I watch porn, jerk off, any porn, I'd be like, ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
That's...
I can't watch lesbian porn, actually, which is weird.
Really?
Like, I need the, like, penis empathy. Like, I need to be able to, like, relate to, like, the physical body.
That makes sense.
Of, like,
According to my,
well, like, at least
Straight-
the physical
straight
sensation.
Chicks on
at least.
chicks is not that entertaining. I agree. I need
Yeah.
something in there.
Yeah, the plot's never.
Maybe a strap on, something crazy going on.
men
If it's
pay
just two chicks
men pay
together.
more attention to penises in porn than women do.
Shit, fuck.
Like the big dick
Is this,
porn category.
You can't state this as fact, though.
It's internet statistics. From
This is all
literally,
from the one book that you're just like,
but it's from the
everything
whole-
from this is a fact.
it's
now.
from the like Google and Slushpile, like these big things they took like metadata from these
So
things.
men search big dick more.
There's no women porn category for big dick.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean while I'm watching porn, I'm focused on the dick. It means while I'm watching porn of a guy with a big dick, it's like, oh, watch this chick get plowed.
Exactly.
That's
But
what
why
you're
is it
into.
exciting though?
Why is it exciting to see a girl get
Like, do you ever
crushed by a big crumb?
if the dick's too small in porn, do you turn it off?
Shit, fuck.
If it's like oddly small to the point where it's distracting, yes, right?
Why?
Because then A, it's a poor quality porn,
Okay.
and B, it's gross. Normally that's a guy with like a big belly and a little tiny donger hanging out. I've seen that guy. We've all seen that guy. It's crazy to watch that. It's just like watching an old man. Like, you ever see those? Like an old man fucks a lady.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But if you had to choose,
It's like watching an Indian.
if you were on like, if you had like a thing with two videos, like choose one. One's regular dick, one's big dick. Fucks a chick. Who are you picking? Be honest.
I'm picking whatever chick is getting more wild.
Same chick.
How's she reacting to each one?
She loves both.
Then it doesn't matter.
But what if? But if you have to pick, it's like switch. It's like, here's one or the other. Same chick.
Truthfully, I would pick the normal dick. Truthfully.
You're not going to go
I
for the
swear
bigger
to
one.
God, truthfully.
What do you think about that, Benny?
I would go with the bigger dick.
Yeah, of course. Because you're an honest man.
No, I'm not lying.
I'm not. Why? You know what I mean?
Why would you pick the regular dick?
Because it's a normal dick. I'm only in it for the chick. Your fucking one gay book sucks. Your gay book that justifies how gay you are sucks.
Okay.
It's a gay book that you read that you're like, oh, I'm not gay now. Everybody loves big dicks.
I'm not saying that.
That's your fucking shit.
Oh, man. I was excited to come in here because I just to make Shane sexually uncomfortable.
Yeah, Benny.
Sorry, Shane.
What do you got? What do you got in your sexual pipeline right now?
Well, right before we did the cast, Shane was like, "You ready to talk about your sexuality?" And I was like, "Are you? Are you ready for this?"
No, I don't care. I think it's because I was having this conversation the other day because apparently the comedian Sean Patton sucked a guy's dick after his Comedy Central presents. He just blew a guy.
Cool.
And yeah, exactly. That's how some people reacted. They were like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Wait a second, that's weird." And they're like, "Why is it weird?" I'm like, "Because it's weird."
Yeah, it's
Because
interesting.
he was like, "I never tried it. Just wanted." It's like, I get it if he's bisexual, which clearly he is. If you,
or a promotional genius.
maybe, but
Just like, I'm gonna go. He's like, I just released it. How's it gonna pop? He's like, let's go suck a dick.
but like that'd be like he's
How did that get to you? How'd you learn?
Ginty, dude. Ginty's the fucking. He's a little fucking.
He is a snake in the
he
garden,
is a
isn't he?
fucking snitch,
He
dude.
probably sucked Ginty's dick.
That is sick.
Ginty seems like one of those guys that would just like pay dudes to blow
Yeah.
him. Pretty much anyone that wears a Jeff cap, I'm like, all right.
My dad does, but yes. But no, then...
what do you think about that?
What, wearing
Just
Jeff
paying a
caps?
dude. No, just paying a guy to blow you.
Paying a guy to blow you? I'm firmly against that. I'm firmly against that. I'm against... I've never paid a lady to do that.
Me either.
Yeah. Neither have I. Obviously.
Yeah,
It's a round table. This is like the round table of gentlemen, dude.
the round table of honest gentlemen. But yeah, then they brought it up, and everyone was like, "Oh, cool!" Like everyone was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, wait a second." I was like, "Isn't that a little like that wasn't weird to anyone?"
Well, what are the
like,
deets? Was it like, did he hire a gigolo?
I don't know the deets. I just think
did he hire a male prostitute?
Gay guy, and I think the point of it was like he was sober, or like he just drank, or something. That it was like, I don't know. That'd be like Mark Norman being like sucking a guy. It's just like a normal like a regular comic that you were like never talked about being gay, nothing like that. It was just like, yeah, I sucked a guy's dick.
Like more like the surprise of it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could see the surprise
like,
being catching you off guard.
Because that's fucking, it's weird. It is weird.
Shit,
it doesn't
fuck.
mean I'm homophobic.
Oh, yeah,
a man sucking guy's dick out of the blue is like, what the fuck? That's odd.
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
I mean, I
Especially
guess
right-
Barack Obama
especially
came
right
out and
after
was
your
like,
special.
I sucked a guy's dick.
See, that would
Be like,
that
what?
would see the whole thing with that is that would surprise me less. But if you're telling me like the day he got elected, he sucked someone's dick, I'd be like, that's odd timing.
Yeah, like a
It is
celebratory blow a guy.
It is an issue of timing, I guess, to be like drop my special and be like, all right, I'm gonna go
Now
blow
I'm
a
gonna
dude.
blow a guy.
He also might have partied harder than he ever partied before in his life.
I think it's that sounds like a power thing, or like not
Just a real
that Sean.
powerful move of
Well,
sucking someone's dick.
Well, not that. See, that's what I'm saying. Not that he like did that as a power move, but like more like that's what you're taking away from it as being weird is that he
Yeah.
went from having like the special, and then he went and blew a guy, which I think you're seeing as being like a submissive gesture,
No.
So he's keeping the old ego in check.
Oh,
Are you fucking trying to
I'm saying-
psychoanalyze me because somebody blew a guy? Like,
well, I mean,
that was the thing.
you're giving to me at as weird, and you're saying why is this weird? So I'm saying like, well, maybe this is why.
Well, no,
So-
it's weird because it's a guy sucking a guy's dick.
Oh, I see. I'm saying that's not weird.
There's
That's
Oh,
two
you know, I
schools
mean,
weird.
okay, hold on.
there's two schools of thought on this. It's there's part of me being like,
I'm totally
I don't want
psychoanalyzed.
dudes cum in my mouth. I definitely wouldn't want that. But there's also
You
something
wanna taste some crumb?
No, I don't want crumb in my mouth. But there's also something I'd be like, if some dude just blew his friend, there's part of me that'd be like, what a fucking chum. You know? Just two dudes in the trenches. Some guys, it's like World War II. It's like, oh, fucking suck your dick in the trenches. I don't know, whatever. What do you think about it, Ben?
It's a way to boost morale.
Thank you.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah.
We're in this
You
basement
two
as
can
a
agree
band.
on this.
Yeah,
I got a feeling
yeah.
Some of the listeners are going to be
Nice.
like, I think Shane's right that it's weird to just blow a guy randomly.
I mean,
I think, that's true. Randomly.
I don't think it was
see,
random.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I don't know him, so that's obviously out of
Yeah.
it. But
It'd be like if you heard Dave
like
Chappelle.
if we got done with the show
If you went blue
and one of us blew a guy, it would be like, what the fuck? That was weird. Or if Sidney Gant sucked a guy's dick. Wouldn't it just be like, what?
it would catch me off guard if I thought of somebody as straight. Like
Yeah,
like that's
that's
you know
all.
what I mean.
It's
That's
also
yeah.
funny to connect two like things together, like a punch list. Like he did this and then he blew a guy. It just makes it sound so funny. Like he washed his clothes and then he blew a guy.
Well, if you blow
Shit,
a guy, people are going to associate whatever you did before and after.
That's true. It is a
It's
funny.
a very monumental event.
it
Like,
is a
what-
funny
what the
step,
fuck-
too.
What was he doing?
It's like I
he
need
was at the
eye of
movies.
newt. Yeah, I need eye of newt, and then I need to blow a guy. It's like a scavenger hunt. What if he's doing a scavenger hunt?
Could
He
have
just
been.
needed like some crumb.
Yeah, look, I don't. Again, it's not me being homophobic.
Oh no, yeah.
It's not me being like, well, that's wrong.
No, I
I'm
know.
just saying it's weird.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, if I found out you literally, like, being honest, if I found out you left this podcast and blew a guy,
Fuck.
I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just be like, Shane fucking blew a guy last
it'd
night.
be
And
like, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Well, it's also
I mean, I would
Well,
kind
you
of relish.
well, part of that too is y'all know heteronormative, where like you're just assuming Sean Patton is straight. is the idea, and like that's what's kind of weird for you. Is like you think he's
all
straight,
right.
and then like,
I was assuming he was straight, but I don't. He was always a little weird. He's a weird guy. He's kind of not alt, but he's like an alt comic, I guess. I've only really seen him perform on like Flophouse or whatever. And
shit.
But it's also one of those things where like he was bragging about it on a podcast, not bragging, but like just seemed like it was like a very like I'm crazy.
Oh, that's a strange way to play it. I don't like that. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, it was like one of the. It
like
came off
I'm
as
wild.
like
I don't know. That's
it was almost like a.
It's a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, I totally buy that. Like, it catches you off guard. That's a weird thing. Like, yeah.
I just don't like homosexuals.
Nice, we got to it.
Well, there's also,
Successfully psychoanalyzed.
everyone's made up of different. People are made up of different parts. There's parts of me that I can totally be like, yeah, dude, that totally makes sense. Then, like, if I saw a dude blowing a guy in the alley, I'd be like, oh, good God,
break that up.
Good God,
stop it.
Yeah, well, there's
Go
also
break it.
there's like the
Shit,
evolutionary theory that thinks people get disgusted about that because they think it's like a waste of cum. It's like you're supposed to use your cum to like
that's
further your
Yeah, it's
your
a good
genetic
Catholic
line.
mentality.
So like the idea of just like dumping it in a dude's butt, you're like, God damn, that's a
Well,
waste.
it's also
Oh,
what
yeah,
pissed
that's
me
cool.
off about you taking pictures of your worthless crumb laying on your girlfriend.
Why?
It's a waste of semen.
You don't talk to me about wasting
That's
semen,
a
bro.
wa-
They
that's a
rarely
waste
make
of
it to her
semen.
back.
Use every
They
part
rarely
of the
make it to
semen.
her back, dude.
You need to start wasting. Matt's on the verge of having a fucking junior
Oh my god.
I'd love to have a kid, man. Oh my God. I would love to have a kid.
in the 1 year that this podcast has progressed.
What? I've said I wanted to have a kid
You
before.
are a fucking lunatic.
I've said I wanted to have a kid before.
True, you have always.
I always
think
wanted a kid.
I'm just as weird by that as I am somebody blowing a guy.
Yeah.
Like Matt being like, "Oh, a kid would be cool right now." I'm like,
That catches me
Jesus,
off
that's
guard, to be
crazy.
honest. Yeah, but
I
you
love it.
guys are older than I am. Like
31.
So yeah.
29. What up?
Yeah,
Shit,
I'm the
fuck.
eldest. I always wanted a kid.
I mean, I want a kid, but obviously not now.
That's when you got to do. That's the other part. Just bring him down here.
Get a nice crib down. I don't even need a crib.
You
Just
should
let
have a
him-
kid,
Let him
dude.
roam. I could hire
Piece
someone.
of shit.
You could
There we go.
get a nanny.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So I guess like you guys know people like your age generally who have kids. And, like,
Yeah, of course.
family. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
People, we're all
What are
just
you,
getting
23?
out. 23. Yeah. Just getting out of
Oh
college.
yeah,
So
yeah. If you have
anybody-
if you know people who have kids at your age, it's like
it's
kind
less.
of-
It's less
shocking.
common. Yeah.
It-
I know a few.
Once,
good
once you
friends,
get to
but-
25, 26, you'll start seeing a lot more.
shit, fuck.
And then 25 and 26 is where it's weird. And then now I'm 29, and it's like most of my friends have kids.
Oh, most.
Not
becomes-
most, but a lot.
it becomes weird that you don't have them after a while. If
Yeah.
you feel that way, like I'll go to like
yeah.
stuff for like my family and friends, and like it's just all of them have kids, and I'll sit there and be
Or they're
like,
married and engaged. And
Yeah,
I'm just sitting there
true.
with my girlfriend like, "Ugh,
well, that's even not. Yeah, I guess
I'm chasing
I
my
could
dream.
I could say that's nothing, but like, dude, it's like, look,
Fuck.
it's just being married, but yeah, it's not.
No, it's a women have the real urge to get married. They really do.
Yeah,
Not saying not all men don't. I'm sure there's a lot of cases where it's the other way around, but it's like from my perspective, it almost seems like a competition thing
yeah.
of like,
It's like a certain
so and so's engaged,
like the
Ugh.
biological kick in of like
Yeah.
wanting to have a kid. I think is definitely part of that. Mm-hmm. Like that's.
Yeah, even like the engagement ring, they all do that stuff. It's like, let me see it. What is it? And they'll all start talking shit. Like, it's not even that nice. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Jesus. I got a taste of that shit, and I was like, good God, this is sick.
That's depressing. But you
Shit.
have to be a weirdo to be like, marriage is weird. Like you have to be kind of because my friends don't feel that way. The ones getting married,
No, I don't
You
think
know.
being married's weird. It's just,
the weird pomp and circumstance around like an engagement party or a bridal shower, shit like that. It's a little fucking.
saying
Oh, it's weird.
saying you have a fiance sucks.
Yeah.
That whole time when I was engaged and I had to be like, this is my fiance. I just felt like such a fucking dork saying that. This is my fiance.
Did you ever jay off to T-porn while you were engaged?
No, actually.
Shit.
That's because you signed a
That was
covenant with God.
That was post-marriage.
That was post-marriage.
Post-marriage, yeah.
Post-divorce? Is when the T-porn seeped in, or did the
Sure.
T-porn perhaps,
Sure.
or was it during the the
During.
tail
It was
end
during,
of the
dude.
marriage?
It was
the T-porn
during.
came
I
in.
was a wildly sexually frustrated man, so I went deep into the internet and fucking found the Sorcerer's Stone and was like, no.
Sorcerer's Stone.
It's the ultimate. And dude, it's
I mean, like it keeps you alive.
no,
what's the
I don't really know much about like
It's like Lord of the Rings when you put the ring on.
It's like the. I'm saying it's like the ultimate.
Becomes like black and scary.
It's
the T-porn ring on.
And again, I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the ultimate. It's like the IV heroin in terms of internet porn, T-porn.
I don't know. I think
but again, I mean,
for you, like it could be, like it's definitely.
For you,
I don't know.
That's
your perspective.
It's me. But I guess dude on dude might be even stronger though.
Like for you, it's not. You know what I mean?
No, for me, T-porn is not the be all end all.
I just imagine you down here.
I watched it after we talked about it.
I just imagine after this podcast is done, we shut the laptop, go upstairs, you just zip up into like a latex suit and like tie yourself up.
Full in. Oh man.
Nope, just a good old fashioned J.O. to some stepsisters.
Nice.
Good red blooded stepsister porn.
God, that's like all of it.
I know everything. Even old. I've seen porn now that is like a porn I've seen before. That was just a couple, and they're like stepsister fucks, bro. Like,
and you're like, what the fuck?
There's no storyline. They just in the title. It's like mom fucks son.
Yeah, that's weird too. When you start running out of porn, I got in the throes of my fucking PMO addiction, dude. Porn, masturbation, orgasm.
Oh my god, dude.
I remember I would watch porn. I'd be like, dude, I had like 4 sites I went to, and I'd have to like give it a break. Yeah, it was like XNXX, PornTube, whatever, all those ones.
Damn. See, a lot of people do that. I just go Pornhub, recommended videos. Boom.
But I started running out. That's the thing. I'd start running out of videos, and then I'd be like, I want to give it like 4 days for the site to give me some new stuff. I needed the tree to like bear new fruit. I'd go back, and I'd be like, dude, I've seen all this shit before. That was kind of frustrating.
Yeah, you already know the plot.
I gotta hear about this.
I know the ending.
No twists anymore.
She sees dead people. She's dead. What the fuck?
Fucking.
Yep. So the gay porn.
Nice.
That's
fine. Yeah, man. I'm out of the hot seat for once, man. I'm out of the hot seat for once.
That's some wild shit there.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know. They got nice smooth bodies.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to go with this?
I don't know. How did what was the first one like? The first gay porn J.O.
They're always like really fit. And,
no, I mean for you, mentally. I'm sure the guys are very attractive.
Yeah.
Like the first time you did it, you had to be like,
yeah, it was on purpose. Like it was definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna. Like it was kind of like during the time when I was like getting back into it. Like I had been like, no, maybe I'm straight for a while, and then like in college, I was like, oh, I don't have to repress that, so I kind of like, fuck,
fired up the old laptop.
I was like, I'm gonna lean into.
See what these boys are.
I don't quite remember.
What
to
are
be
these
honest.
guys
I remember like
wrestling about?
Yeah. Well, do you remember after you watched it where you're just like, what have I done? Or were you like, So I remember I shut my laptop. The first time I watched T-porn, I shut the laptop and went, it was my phone actually. I remember I put it down and was like, never again. And it was like 4 years later. I was
3 hours later, you were like,
all right, dude, it was like one. 4 years after that. I was like, all right, that's it.
I don't know. I think it snuck in a little more. To be honest, like I think like male, female.
I've seen those float
like a transition to like
either. I get very upset with that.
Interesting. So you're telling me they're peppering it out. They're like sending out little ones, or like they're like like the Devil's Threesome basically.
Yeah, and then,
but a dude will chuck a finger up the other dude's butt at some point.
Well, they'll start making out or something, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not. And I was like, oh, I'm not. Like it wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, I like that.
You wouldn't immediately hit X and be like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't have that like guttural.
That's interesting.
Every guest we've had and everybody we've ever had this conversation with seems to tend towards your guys' end of the spectrum of like,
fuck yeah,
weird gay porn. And they're always like, what are you, a prude? I'm like, I just like, some stepsisters getting tricked.
Oh, man. Oh, dude.
Those are the best.
Tricked is a great category.
Tricked, good.
It's such a funny.
Gotcha. Tricked.
You know what I've been going down the path.
Bridge troll.
I've been doing magic. I've been doing magic recently. That's a funny one. Like
magic porn?
Yeah, you just go down just type in magic in the search bar. It's funny shit.
What happens?
I don't know. Like they'll do like time stop and like that kind of crap.
The guy will find like crumb behind your ear. He'll be like, oh, it's crumb behind your ear.
Like they'll do like they'll have like a watch that like stops time or something.
And what? And then they'll just bone.
Yeah.
time stops behind them, and
like
they
The girls.
someone-
Well,
Oh
the
my
guy,
God.
in your case, it'll be
Right,
two
yeah.
dudes. The guy will stand there, and the other guy will climb
frozen.
around and fuck him. That sounds great.
Whoa.
It's a
I'm gonna
blast.
check into that.
Shot.
But also, what's really
pretty cool.
really disheartening is knowing I have several loved ones that listen to this podcast,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and every time that they do,
It's all aimed at me, man.
I do actually feel like I'm
Shit, fuck.
somehow like good. Like no. In like, if like, all right. So like, this makes it weirder. But like, I know my sister listens to a lot of these.
Yeah.
If she's listening to this, she's probably like, all right, good.
Good for Shane.
Good. He's not one of these fucking degenerates out here watching T-porn like
That's
some
true.
sort of fucking psycho.
Oh, I mean, that's good. That's a good angle to be like, Caitlin's a good boy, dude. Or
Just a good old American man jerking off.
Did you see
American.
Vice Principals?
Yes.
Fucking A.
You're Ross. His older sisters beat the fuck out of him.
Ross. Yeah.
That's all.
Shit.
Did you watch Vice Principals?
No, I don't know what that is.
God damn it.
Shane put me on in the second season. We
It's
saw
the
the
best.
first one. I was putting it off. I'm like, I'll get around to it. I
Second
watched the
season's
whole
so
thing,
fucking funny.
all of it in one day.
Last episode was so funny. The beach trip.
fuck.
You gotta
It's,
watch it.
it's Nick Swartzen.
No, it's
Something? Or
it's what's his Danny
he's in something
McBride,
different.
And what's that guy's name
Kenny
from The
Powers,
Shield?
and
It's his co-star.
No, I don't know it.
Dude, you have to watch it.
the other
watch
guy's
his
so
first and
funny.
second season.
Russell's
Dude,
so
he has
fucking
two
funny.
older sisters, and they bully the fuck out of him. Dude, it's so fucking funny.
Fuck yeah.
No, I didn't get bullied like that, dude. Don't fucking do me like that.
Shit,
No, yeah, no,
fucking.
you didn't. You can kick your older sisters. At what
I
point
fucked
did
them
you
up.
rise up against them?
5th grade.
Nice.
I remember it.
That's what's up.
It was right around the Goldberg spear. I was watching Goldberg every night on WCW, and I was like, "Oh, I can fucking spear anybody."
Fuck.
My sisters who had bullied me for years.
How many sisters do you
I
have?
have two older sisters.
Do you have a bunch of siblings? Right?
Yeah, I have 2 older brothers and 2 little sisters and a little brother.
Damn. I think having siblings is
They did
super
not
important to
waste-
being funny. Like
Yeah,
I don't know,
I
They
can see
did not
that.
waste any crumb in the McCusker compound.
Nah,
that's
dude.
a ton.
Crumb was going
Our
straight.
it was
to
all in the
kids.
bathroom. It was a revolving door. Our bathroom was like a viewing booth. People were just, there's a line to like get in there.
You think your sisters were? Were they in the line too?
I
Were
don't
they-
know. Oh,
Fuck.
that's
Sorry,
not good
sorry,
behavior.
sorry, sorry.
Oh, I'm not mad.
No, that was inappropriate.
I'm not mad.
I
That
got
is
You can't
not
talk about your
good
sisters
behavior.
crumbing.
No, dude,
That's
no.
terrible.
Shit, fucking.
Benny, do you have any siblings?
I do. I've got an older sister and a younger sister.
Nice.
Oh, so you're in the middle of the
I'm
sister
in the
sandwich.
middle of the pack. Yeah. Fucking A. I only punched my. You were talking about like
Yeah.
being able to like. I only punched my older sister once. Yeah.
Really?
in the
Yeah.
face.
No, right in the fucking gut. I remember it. Immediately.
Gut.
Oh god.
Your sister will love to hear that description.
I feel bad. I don't know.
Like you were reliving it. That
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like
She probably
there's a
deserved it.
certain like. At the time, I think she totally did.
be funny if it was last year.
She found that
is like
Tiger
this is a
Bait
decade
magazine
ago.
under your bed. She found that fucking Jonathan Taylor Thomas poster. I'm not fucking gay.
She found a
man.
petrified Sports Illustrated, dude. It was just like
I was grounded for like a month, like a
Really?
long
It was
time.
probably
Yeah, my
2
parents
weeks-
had like a no violence.
about what? About hitting your sister?
Yeah, they were like immediately like.
My dad
no, that's
fucking
not
one time
cool
cleared
at
out the
all.
living room so I could box my sister. She
Shit,
just
fuck.
beat the fuck out of me.
I feel bad about it in retrospect. I wish I hadn't, but
What? Punch your sister in the stomach? How old was she?
we were young, and she
What was she doing?
She like was not. She's just sad about it.
She's sad you punched her in the stomach?
I don't remember. I just remember.
No, you
punching.
remember.
It had something to do with Pepsi, is what I remember, but I can't tell you otherwise. I think she like.
She was hogging the fucking Pepsi.
Nah,
you wanted to
It
sip?
was something worse
You
than
had
that.
to give her a
Fucking-
sock.
I had to give her a fucking.
You're fucking sock her
The
in the
worst
belly.
thing I've ever did to my sisters,
Fucking
it's
A.
more of a cowardly thing, is I sat there one day. I thought it was funny to throw crowns at the ceiling, like drawing crayons or whatever.
Crayons. I always call them crayons.
Crayons?
too.
Yeah.
Crayons.
Crowns.
Crayons.
I was sitting there all day at the ceiling fan, throwing them. They'd hit the ceiling fan and fly across
Yeah.
the room, and I'm like, "This is so funny."
That's
And
great.
They'd hit the wall and they put like markings on the fan on the wall. And my dad, I was doing it in my sister's room. My dad came home and was like, "Kathleen," just freaked out at her. Was probably like spanking her and
That's my
shit.
sister's name.
Kathy, yeah, exactly. It's Irish
Old
people have
Kathy.
all Kathys, dude. So my dad came home and I just like watched my dad spank my sister wrongfully and just sat there and was like, And I was like, I should say something. I was like, nah, fuck it.
Nah, dude.
But I think she admitted under pressure. She's like, I know you did it. She was like, fine, I did it. And I was like,
Damn.
shit, maybe, but maybe she does throw them at the ceiling.
Kathy could also have been throwing crayons.
Dude, she was like, I didn't do it. Finally, she's like, fine, I did it.
She broke under torture. That's what happened. That's why torture is not a reliable intel. So eventually you're like, yeah, fuck, I did it.
I mean, she was a little girl. My dad's like, 6'1", just fucking jacked. And he's like, I know you did. She's like, yeah, I did.
Why the fuck are the crayons all over your room?
I just sat there like, that was the most, that's worse than punching your sister in the stomach. I wish I punched my sister in the stomach.
Yeah.
Instead, I just let her get fucking spanked by my dad.
Yeah, God.
I did that too. I let my one sister get in trouble for something I did. And I vividly remember her crying in her room.
Oh.
And me sitting there like,
How'd you feel?
I confessed.
Oh, you did?
I confessed.
Shit. Better man than me.
I forget what the crime was, though.
What'd you get?
I was very young. No, I don't even remember. All I remember is her crying in her room.
And you just couldn't take it.
Shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We would just all get in trouble, which was
Yeah.
so like I don't remember that being much of a thing. Like if we were arguing or if like I fucked up or like so, I mean, unless they obviously caught me fucking up.
Yeah.
Like we would just all get punished. So I don't know. Bless you.
Yeah, we would all get. We would
Probably
sit in the back of a Suburban,
Shit, fucking A.
and if like there's like the first three. There's like two benches basically. So there'd be like the driver, passenger bench, another bench. We'd all sit there, and if anyone was being a dick, my dad's arm would just come back and be like, "Stop!" And you would just catch like fucking. You would just get hit by a big hairy arm.
Oh my god.
Fucking A.
Exactly.
I like the A on that. Like I don't know. I guess it's a British like fucking A.
I think it
don't
means
know what that is.
fucking ass. Like I thought it literally was like fucking A. I thought it was I could be wrong. I thought it was abbreviation for like fucking ass.
Bloody Christ.
Is it fucking A like the crocodile hunter, or like fucking A is like fucking ass?
Yeah. I don't know. I say it often.
I do think fucking A is a British.
Really, like fucking
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Flying aces.
I thought people were not saying ass for some reason. They're going like fucking A, and I was like, that's weird.
I
It took
think
me,
it's the British saying fucking ass.
Yeah, I think.
But so like bloody is British, but it still means like piece of shit or I don't know.
Gotcha.
It took me a while to figure out what artard was.
Really?
Yeah. It took me a while to be like, oh, retard.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't understand why people were getting called artard.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was,
I've never heard artard. Is that like a
we used to say it back in the mid 2000s.
yeah?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, you fucking artard.
Artard is pretty
Artard's
fucking
hilarious.
funny, dude.
Yeah,
Shit,
I asked you about your sexuality before we came down here.
Oh yeah. And then you.
I really didn't think we were going to talk about it at all,
regretted it
but
pretty
I should have known old gay Matt over here was going to be rock hard for this interview.
I was over here having a good old time, dude.
It's like, so are you like into gay porn or something?
I didn't even ask.
No, I was leading the charge.
I'm still sick. That sick and twisted theory about you being a good boy for your sister, dude, is just.
No, that's crazy.
You just said that.
Not being a good boy for my
said you
sister.
like
I'm
knowing
saying,
that she hears
No,
that.
I don't like it. I'm saying I feel better knowing like. Because she probably has never heard guys sitting around talking about what porn they like. Most of the listeners,
She has.
probably not. She's never heard.
You don't think so?
Dudes be open about what the fuck they're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Be like, yeah, I love fucking tranny porn. Like
Yeah, that's
nobody's
true.
fucking out there saying that.
That's true.
I think it's good for anybody to be like, oh, Shane's not a fucking weirdo like old Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, the fucking creep, dude.
Hey,
Nice.
Creepy.
You get the brunt of the attack because I'm the guest.
I don't get the front
Well,
of the attack.
you're
or is it
not
indirect?
putting up a fight. You've
My clan-
accepted the fact that you're bisexual. Matt, on the other hand,
I'm telling you, I'm not bisexual.
all right.
Why would I agree to watch?
just
If,
like-
if I was like
just like
harboring a
watching
dark
men get-
inner secret, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I've watched tranny porn. If I was like,
Fucking
exactly. If I was harboring
Yes.
that,
Kike City,
I wouldn't be. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say it.
Yeah, I know you're
Instead,
not
I'd be
fucking
like,
bisexual.
I
I'm
only like
joking.
this. I just. I've traveled down the fucking. You walk down one part of the cave, you fucking wave your torch. You're like, nope, not.
That's what Sean Patton said about sucking dick.
Did he? He didn't like it.
I don't know.
After I
even
won
listen to
Philly's
it.
Funniest, I immediately watched tranny porn.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, well, let's just check this out.
celebratory. Yeah, what are we at? Time
An hour, dude.
We're at an
It's
hour.
been a great one-take
Benny,
cast.
We didn't even get to fucking talk about anything.
Yeah, we did.
No, I mean-
you guys ask me whatever you want. I got plenty.
We covered Tosh for a minute. That was
Yeah.
nice. That's it.
Shit, fucking
Tourette's. We got into that for a minute.
We covered some stuff.
Yeah, was
It
good.
did take a sexual turn.
Took
You
a
started
good
it, though.
45-minute sexual turn.
Yeah, I got very tight.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
And then
Yeah.
That was a solid hour, one take, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Whew.
One take fucking kid.
We're like
old
fucking
Benny
niggas.
Feld
We're like
dogs.
niggas, dude.
Yeah.
Niggas. I call them niggas.
Well, if you're listening to this, it's probably, hopefully it's Wednesday when we release this. We got a show called Digital Graffiti. All three of us are going to be on it. It's November 8th. Is that tomorrow?
Yep. Benny is a returning champion.
Benny's a champ. He crushed last time. It's really great. It's at Helium. Tickets are free if you check your privilege at the.
You got to say check your privilege.
Desk. You got to tell them at the front desk, say, I'm here to check my white privilege. Tickets are free. Tickets are, if you're a minority and because you can't check your privilege, it costs $30. So this is kind of our way of making it whites only. No.
Oh my God.
So yeah, if you check your
everyone
privilege,
can check the privilege.
and if you are not white, you can still check white privilege.
They have a privilege room?
I'm sure they have some sort of privilege.
You can acknowledge.
You have some sort of privilege.
Yeah, you can just say I
You can acknowledge your
privilege.
black privilege.
You check it at the door, they put in like a
Yes.
specific...
Or just
There's a-
acknowledge
there's a
that
check
you're
room.
if you're a black man, you're your toxic masculinity.
Please acknowledge your toxic masculinity.
True.
And then the live podcast, November 22nd.
Yes.
That's the one.
That is going to be
That's
good.
the
Come
one.
on out to
Benny's
that.
going to be there. He's going to have his nails painted.
It's going to be great.
Do you change your nails painted for like the holidays? You're going to
No.
get some
Yeah, a little waver in the
like
voice.
brown and yellow
Fucking,
for Thanksgiving?
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant for like family.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
No, the family's cool with it.
Yeah, of course. They're going to be like, yeah, Benny's, fucking weird. Let him fucking
Yeah,
paint his
that's
nails.
actually- that's part of it.
No,
Yeah,
no
definitely.
family is going to be like, get the fuck out. Actually, my dad would be like, get some gloves on, you fucking freak. And be like, all right.
My dad would not have that shit.
If I painted my nails, dude, my dad would be so pissed.
I wasn't allowed to have an earring, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. They're not. They're cool with it, but they're not like thrilled about it.
Yeah.
I think if I.
The high
They're
five.
thrilled.
The high
they're
fives
coming
are
around
flowing
for
in.
sure.
Yeah.
No, they're not like fuck yeah, that's the shit. Make it a stick. Actually, honestly, I think he's more. I'm thinking of like my father in particular. I think he is cool with it, and he's honestly more concerned that I'll get like beaten up or something. Which is like.
Well, if you make it out of here, tell him you're.
I'm in their basement.
Like I hung out with Shane and he didn't hate crime me. But no, that's nice. My girlfriend just got a tattoo.
I saw that actually.
That's
a sick
point
tat.
of contention.
You guys fighting about that?
No, I didn't. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't thrilled. She thought I was gonna be like, oh my god, it's so powerful. I was just like,
Oh, so you guys got in like a.
No, we didn't fight over it. She's
Okay.
just, it was her first tattoo. She was nervous about it.
Yeah, of course.
And I wasn't the most supportive.
You weren't like, that's awesome. Yeah, dude.
No, I did a couple times. It took me a minute to be like, yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
But we went out to dinner that night with my parents, and right away my dad actually was like, you got a tattoo? You're a fucking idiot. And everyone was like, oh, whoa. And my dad called her like 4 days later and was like, sorry about that. I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
but I
have
feel
said
like
that to you.
That's what I mean. When I got a tattoo, my dad instantly was like, same thing. He's
Fuck, I always forget you.
yeah, I have a snake on my arm, dude.
Do you?
Matt has like a
fucking
don't
rip that
tread
out.
on me desert
tread on me,
snake.
desert
Oh, that's sick.
My dad was like, "You're such an
Looks
idiot."
like such a dude. That tattoo is that tattoo is from the 80s, dude. Seriously, that's like the tattoo you'd see on a shitty guy at a bar. And then
Yeah, I mean, from a 50-year-old though, that's my thing.
I've never stood.
gotta
I've
get- I
never
gotta-
stood and hit my
I've gone
stomach.
pretty old. I've gone late 40s. I think it's
Okay.
probably the oldest.
And they're
And a
they're
guy
still that's,
stood and fucking.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
That's
I know
good-
that the
that's good
velocity
news.
of cum, like, is. I mean, you guys just keep producing sperm till you die.
but
so.
the punch lessens with age.
maybe he bent his dick the way Bugs Bunny bends
Wait,
that hunter's
rifle.
gun.
Well, that was,
wait.
that's-
What, so what? Wait. The only reason that you're bringing that up is because you said that he couldn't have been like standing by.
that was what I heard. He blocked the door, so I looked around trying
Well,
to
they
find
didn't
out if
even
that was
say
true
he
or
did.
not. No,
They-
but
they
there
didn't.
was a thing going around that he blocked the door. But I think that stemmed from. Know what I think that stemmed from? Actually, he apologized. He called someone or Facebook messaged someone to apologize, and was like, "Sorry that I
pulled you into a
bathroom."
Yeah. Oh
that was-
yeah.
And then she was like,
He-
"Yeah, that's not me."
Exactly,
And he was like,
yeah.
"I used to read people wrong," and it's like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah, Louis.
wow."
He's got some fucking issues.
Yeah.
But even
There's
back to
no-
the thing about the jerking off and the how, like somebody just posted a thing about like, because people said like, why didn't you just like leave? And it was like instead of like fight or flight, I think
Yeah, I read
it was
that.
like the
appease
and please,
survive or something.
which is like
Appease and please,
totally
yeah.
true, because if you're like all of a sudden like, oh shit, I thought this was one way, but
Yeah.
now it's another, and I don't really know where I am, and if I leave, is he gonna get pissed off? Because
Yeah.
one, I didn't expect him to take off his clothes and jerk off, so what else could he do that I don't expect him to do? So let's just like ride this out and see,
Honestly, if
you know.
I was with Louis C.K. and he started jerking off, I'd probably stay. I would be like, all right, man, whatever you got to do. I just kind of want to talk to you about some stuff. I probably wouldn't have left the room. If he was like, can I jerk off in front of you? I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, that's
Fine. I totally would have let him.
so. A guy shows.
I mean, that's fine.
I was a mega
Yeah.
fan of his. So I'm trying to put myself in their place. As I said, I thought about that too. I'm like, they could have just turned around and left. And I'm like,
See, Matt looks at like sexual assault like this through a very male centric point of view, where he's just like,
I thought that was
I
my
might fucking hang out.
Nice use
No, that
of,
was my
male
first thought. Was
centric.
like my first thought was like, why didn't they just leave? I'm like, they could have
Well,
just
and
been
that's,
like,
well, that's 'cause
and
you're
I'm
just
actually
I
glad,
know.
but I'm glad that you said that, because that's a lot. Like that's like
Yeah.
almost everybody's first thought. Because one, it's and I want to go back to like, what you said is like I really admire him, so I would just be like, maybe okay.
I definitely would have hemmed and hawed for a while. Been like, you really gonna jerk off right now, man? Come on.
I mean, I've been in rooms where my friends jerked off, and I didn't even respect them.
But you stayed?
Yeah, I stuck around.
But that's the thing is
That's
you.
a joke. I'm fucking.
Oh, no, I
that's
mean,
not a joke.
That's
but
real.
That's obviously it doesn't relate.
But no, that was my first thought. Was like they could have took off. I mean, I really like Louis C.K. So in my head, I'm naturally being like, no.
So even in
No.
the instance where you would say like, oh, I would stay, I'd be like, oh man, okay, but I'll stay. But so it's like even in that instance, it's kind of it's not the same, because obviously you wouldn't feel like you were in an amount of danger probably that those women felt.
I just would have been awkward. I would have been
But
like, come on, man, stop.
in a sense, he's still using his authority to put you in a situation that you don't want to be in as a sexual situation, because
True.
it's like, who you are, people admire you. So you're like, oh, like they're going to deal with it because I'm Louis C.K. So I'm just going to take my dick out.
Fuck.
So this is the only thing So all they did was consent to going into his room. Mm-hmm. I could have
Right.
sworn I heard they said yes when he said, "Can I take my dick out?"
No.
I thought they said
They said
yes,
they-
but we thought he was kidding.
I feel like it was something like they were like, what the hell? Like what? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that would change it quite a bit.
I mean, regardless the way it was worded, was it clearly it wasn't like they were like, yeah, take your dick out. You know what I mean? Like they weren't like, oh, cool, like we're gonna fuck around with Louis.
Yeah.
Whereas if that were the case, it would be like, okay, cool, but
What were the other
know.
ones? The phone call one.
There was a
he
phone
jerked
call
off
where
on
he
the
was.
phone.
She said he was definitely jerking off on
Said
the
she
phone.
could hear him close the blinds.
there was
Oh,
somebody.
there was one in the office. Yeah, there was another one where he had
Yeah.
like a young lady in his office that he would repeatedly. She just was like, yeah, fine, I'll do it, and then he just jerked off in front of her like a bunch of times. And apparently, I heard this through word of mouth, but someone told me that he used to jerk off with Sarah Silverman's younger sister, like constantly.
I just saw something about that, but I did not get a chance to read
Yeah,
it.
and she was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was weird. She used to, from what I heard, she would sit outside his hotel door and just like sit. He'd be like, just stand by the door, and I'm gonna jerk off in my room. And she's like, I would just do it all the time for him. And she's like, I was at the time like whatever, but she's like, it's definitely kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So it was like that. There's apparently his apology for shoving someone into a bathroom, which that's a
That
fucking-
is
Yeah, it's a
scary.
scary one.
And
That's-
that you
that's
can't even
where-
remember who it was is
Yeah,
even more
I
scary.
know.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, so that's the one where it's like they all. And if it was the isolated Colorado incident, where I'd be like, "Damn, dude, that was weird." But it's like then you have like 5 more. Then like, yeah, sorry, I shoved you in a bathroom. She's like, no, that wasn't me. And he's like, oh, sorry.
Well, it's a slow build. I mean, to me, it's obviously a slow build of like abuse of power, and that's what the problem is. Like he, like obviously felt comfortable enough to just keep. Like he already knows that these times he's even at. Like his whole argument was, I asked first. But then you also know that if you're asking somebody who's like below you in the industry, you're also putting them in a situation where they may not really want to, but they feel like they either have to or they have to like pretend it never happened or maybe even go along with it. And if there's like no rapport, like you're not flirting, you're
Yeah.
not dating, you're not like in any kind of intimate relationship. It's like to just like if you got like booked somewhere and like to open for like a headliner and the headliner were just like, oh, by the way, like, can I like jerk off in front of you? Like it would just be, you'd be like, wait, what do I do? You know, because you're like, you don't want to make a thing. You don't want to like.
Sure, it depends on which headliner.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was Louis C.K., I
But
really
if it
would think
was-
I'd be like,
But what if it was
man.
somebody you didn't really like care that much about, but they were like a big deal, and you were just like, but if I like
Louis
fuck with
Anderson
this
told
person,
me right before I went on stage that he jerked off to me
was he
in
like
his hotel room.
was he like what context? I'm just
We
curious.
didn't
Like
really talk the entire weekend until that point.
he just
And
literally
he
said
was
that.
like, I want you to know I jerked off to you in my hotel room last night.
That's fucking weird.
It was.
Yeah.
I might
is
have to
odd.
fucking Gawker that motherfucker.
You should go out there.
Although Hulk Hogan destroyed Gawker.
Oh, that's true. With
The
his,
old
with his
stinky legs. Didn't he say the N-word in a sex tape?
How about Gibson? My whole thing is like, do you think Louis going to come back?
Yeah, Louis will definitely come back.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, either way, he'll be okay. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
he's-
Like
yeah,
nothing
he's
bad
totally
is
fine.
gonna happen.
Well-
Well, besides reading the newspaper and the whole world being like, there's the guy that jerks off
Yeah,
in front
there's
of
that
girls.
fucking pervert. So, I mean, he did get destroyed.
Yeah. But like Gibson is in movies now. Mel's back.
He's a terrible person.
Like N-words on tapes now are just like, now it's kind of like, well, that's all you did. So now with like,
Oh, yeah, he did get the N-word, didn't
yeah,
he?
he had
hit
that.
him
He
with
had
a pack of
Yep.
N-words.
Yeah, exactly. Mel went in. It wasn't just like Jews in Hollywood. He like, someone said that. He's like, oh, he's like
Oh,
a
yeah, Matt's
conspiracy.
anti-Semitic.
No,
Rachel,
I'm
aren't you
not.
Jewish?
No, I'm not. I'm not anti-Semitic.
Everyone thinks I am, but I'm.
No, she's
Oh, yeah, you're
Italian.
Italian.
Oh, wow.
What?
yeah.
Who's the
What's wrong with that?
anti-Semite
How
now?
would that be anti-Semitic?
Just trying to classify people by race.
What?
Yeah. Shane has.
A lot of people
issues.
think that I'm Jewish by appearance, so it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
You do look like him. No. But yeah, Matt thinks Mel Gibson's great. And
No, I don't.
The last 2 episodes, you defended him.
I was kidding.
Were you?
Yes, I was tongue in cheek.
get
I mean,
some-
I admire his
Get
body of work.
Get a little fucking.
I go by art. I separate.
Bashful
I
when
separate
old
the
Rachel
artists. No,
comes
no.
down
I
here.
separate the art. I separate the artists from their work. I do
you?
that. Yes.
I'm not a
Self-admittedly.
fan of his work either, so it was really easy for me to
Patriot.
just.
Double tomahawks.
You didn't like the
not-
fucking Patriot? What the fuck? You didn't like Braveheart?
Just not my cup of tea.
What do you think
all.
about like? I feel like now there's definitely PR companies that slant their language now to kind of appease. Like they all mention like power dynamics and all this stuff. Do you think they kind of like co-opted feminist language to kind of put out like apologies?
Wait, what do you mean?
What the fuck?
Like, so there was the guy. So Louis C.K.'s former manager apologized, and all the apologized. I noticed Louis' apology and this guy's. They mentioned like power structures and like how they abuse their power. And I feel like no one ever talked about this kind of thing.
Well, it's interesting, which is why it was almost like, again, doubly outrageous with Louis, is that Louis talked about that shit himself. Like, that was,
Yeah,
like, that's something he has always known is in existence. He talks about it in his comedy. He's talked about it in his show. I mean, I was a big fan of him also. So, like, even when I read that stuff a couple years ago, I was like you said, Shane, I was like, I know that's not really like out there, but where there's smoke there's fire. I'm like, it's probably true. And then like I just remember being like, that really sucks, because I like to see, I think we all think like when you admire somebody, you're like, oh, I admire this person and I don't admire creeps. Oh, now the person I admire is a creep. So like that doesn't make sense. So your automatic instinct is to go into denial. But it really sucked. And I know a lot of women felt this way too, is because Louis seemed like a pretty woke dude.
Yeah.
And then, to have like the whole wolf in sheep's clothing was a big letdown.
Oh,
so,
what would really suck is if he does come back and now he's not allowed to say the N-word anymore.
like, I don't think that would be like his main
That would be a
punishment for
big-
jerking
that
off
would
in
be
front
a
of
big
women. Like,
problem for me.
like you sexually assaulted these women. So please,
Look,
like, you just can't say the N-word
Rachel,
anymore.
These types of events affect people differently. This is my perspective. That's how it would affect me. Don't
I wonder-
tell me if that's
Right.
wrong.
That is your experience,
Thank
Shane,
you.
and you are allowed to have your
Yes.
truths.
I wonder. Here's my thing. I actually never saw anyone say this, but I finally I saw like the kind of foot drop on it. How come Bill Clinton hasn't been mentioned in any of this stuff? He got a big pass.
For the
Sexual. It was like Weinstein, Roy Moore, Louis, and it's like, what
I
about
agree
old
with you.
Bill? And it's like I finally saw that starting to drop on the other side, because that was like Donald Trump brought his alleged victims, and people were like, what a scumbag! Why would Trump bring them through here? And it's like, it almost
Well, he
seems
is
like
a
now-
scumbag, but it's
Yeah,
also
but
like
it's
it's like
almost-
two scumbags don't make a
Exactly. That's
Right.
my thing's almost now where it's like being a certain political party now. almost pardons you from rape accusations. Because no one went that hard on Hillary. And these women were like, yeah, Hillary hired private investigators, bullied me into silence. And they said that on the record.
I mean, a lot of people when, I mean, it depends on what, where, like who you're,
I never saw a single
who you
thing.
follow. Oh, I mean, I read a lot of things where people were critical of Hillary for that. Yeah. I mean, Hillary's been criticized for pretty much everything that she, like Bill has done that she's tied to, which is arguably like, who knows if that's what she felt like she had to do, but it doesn't matter. She still did it kind of thing. I think Bill Clinton sucks. He is a sexual assaulter. And and I saw a lot of things about that.
That was my thing.
She does suck. I mean, she sucks in a lot of ways.
I want to make sure you think she sucks.
But a lot of people...
I do think she sucks. I still voted for her because I think
she sucks less.
She was somebody who sucks who was qualified.
Yeah, but that's my thing. It's like... a lot of people were like, well, you can't hold her accountable for the stuff her husband did. And it's like, dude, she was a fucking accomplice.
Yeah, she was, they were partners.
And that's my thing. It's like, so that's no different than a Republican being like, well, Roy Moore's an all right guy. And, whatever. They're probably making it up about him.
Oh, yeah. If you protect, I mean, basically, and the higher up you go in power, you're going to be surrounded by people who are going to protect you from all the messes you make. So... True. I mean, that's probably the highest you can get is the presidency. So it doesn't matter. Like Donald Trump's in there now. He's like, yeah, I grab women by the pussy. Like, no, it doesn't matter.
He's got
nothing's going to come of that.
He's got a couple allegations going on him himself.
He had allegations going on before, like with him and teenagers, and fucking he still got elected. People don't care.
Shit.
How old of teenagers? Talking to 18?
No, it was like younger. I want to say like 14.
There was those flight logs.
Like
you ever see those flight logs?
What's he doing there?
There was this guy who got arrested for pedophilia who used to charter flights, and they got his flight log.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but there's apparently Trump Daddy was Trump Daddy flew on that too. Yeah,
I could see that coming down.
So yeah, that was something I noticed. Someone just wrote an article yesterday about how like it's time Bill Clinton has to pay because they're coming after Bush Senior. Everyone, that was the first thing I've seen about old Bill.
Notice how Matt uses words like "coming after." He defends these assaulters quite a bit.
I'm totally out of politics, dude. Mm-hmm. I sit on the political sidelines. I didn't vote for either candidate. I didn't like either of them.
Yeah. I think that
stop trying to fucking assassinate my character, dude.
Yeah, I think most men in positions of power are pretty shitty and take advantage of it, especially depending on like what's socially acceptable.
Also, most women in places of power.
I mean,
pretty much any human in power.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much power you have, respectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious now too. Like, what? Trying to think how to phrase this. I mean, that's never going to change.
But I mean, going to like women too, it's like if there's less women in power, then it's just going to happen to women more, and it's probably going to be in the form of sexual assault most of the time. So
yeah, that's true. I wonder what. Yeah, that makes sense.
What if men get sexually assaulted but don't say anything as much?
What if? What is your
like let's say a comic in our scene was like on stage being like, I'd like to fuck him, and I'm like, all right.
That's enough.
That's uncomfortable, but whatever. Not gonna.
Yeah, I feel like.
About you? Yeah, no, I think. I mean, there was a really good article somebody shared, and I can't remember what it's called, and it was like the dark psychology of stand-up comedians or something. It was just out like maybe like last week, and I feel like in comedy it's this weird thing because we have this like we kind of have this like safe space to fail, I guess, on stage, so we can kind of like push all these envelopes and say weird shit. But like off stage, I feel like those lines get blurred. Like people still feel like those like waters are murky when it's like, well, no, you're doing an art form here. So if you want to try to be satirical or edgy or risky, it's like, yeah, do your bit and see if it works, you know? But
well, yeah, and there's definitely like I've seen it with stand up where there's definitely dudes who like there's a lot of guys who do stand up where like the people in their circle, like that's their only chance of like fucking a girl, basically, you know, to put it bluntly. It's like there's a lot of dudes I see who I notice a lot of guys, and this is my theory, that a lot of like the male feminist types eventually get kind of busted.
Well, yeah,
there's unsavory behavior.
Here's the thing:
Louis was a male feminist.
He was. And it's another one, dude. That fell.
And it's such a common. I mean, the wolf in sheep's clothing is such a common thing that it's like, if you take any group of people anywhere, you're gonna have. You're always gonna have people manipulate. So if you have a person who's a manipulator, so they can hurt people, why wouldn't they infiltrate a group like as a male feminist, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
infiltrate.
yeah.
Like I'm not saying it's like an intentional, calculated thing. It might be to some people, but yeah, it's sort of like a couple years ago, it came out that James Dean, the porn star, who kind of was like touted as this feminist, you know, because he did like a lot of like BDSM scenes and he was very sex positive, and a lot of women like kind of like said good things about him. But then it came out that he like broke boundaries in a lot of like his scenes with women. Like he broke, like he said, oh, I wouldn't do this to you, and then he would just do it in the middle. So he was like basically raping them, but then there's already this stigma attached to like BDSM. So like, well, how are you really getting raped?
He named himself James Dean.
Yeah.
What a dick.
I mean, I don't know how he got his name, but
it's definitely his porn pseudonym.
but it's his, it's his porn. Yeah, but I don't know how he acquired it.
What would yours be?
My porn name?
Yeah.
Fat Matt, definitely. Fat Matt.
Oh man, I have a funny sexual assault story.
What happened?
My girlfriend was at the mall at the Hallmark store looking for cards.
Yeah.
And this guy just was like down at the end of the aisle.
Hold on, you
showed
just
his
did
dick.
hand motion. Oh,
Showed
she
his dick.
flashed.
He went fucking just to my nice sweet
in the
girlfriend.
Hallmark store?
At the
Jerking
Hallmark.
off in the middle
Does
of
it
this.
flash?
He like
Damn.
showed Caitlin, my girlfriend. Like he was like looking
He
at her,
showed and stroked, or just
and
showed?
then like I think showed and stroked.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think he was getting wild at the mall.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's like a really
She like my girlfriend was like, "What the fuck?" and just walked away and told her mom. Was like, "That guy just had his dick out back there."
Well, I feel like that
they
also
started laughing.
Yeah, I feel like that because I've talked to women before who are like, I've always asked, that was like my go-to stuff on Tinder dates, like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen? And the one girl was like, I was in the park with this guy, and I just turned around, he was like, touch it, and he just had his fucking hog out. And
Whoa.
she was like, yo, dude. But there's two schools of thought where some girls are just like, dude, get your dick out of here. And some would just crumble and be like, oh my God, that was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
it's definitely fight or flight.
Yeah.
For me, that's what happened. Like I got, and I hate it so bad because he told a really stupid joke. I was waiting for the bus like in the middle of the day.
This is good. I'm sorry, I'm about to laugh at this.
No, feel free to laugh. I am giving you permission to laugh.
All right, good.
So like I'm waiting for the bus in the middle of the day. This was like maybe 5 years ago. And this guy pulls up and he's like he rolls down his window and he's like, can you tell me where Hancock Street is? In retrospect. So he's like, can you tell me where Hancock Street is? And I was like, I don't know. Like, sorry, I don't know where that is. It was like South Philly. So like, and I'm expecting him to drive away because I'm looking for the bus, not really paying attention. And he like pulled up on the corner. And then like, I'm just noticing out of my like corner of my eye, he's just not going away. So I turn and finally look and he's just like jerking off his half like hard dick, like staring at me in his car. And at first, like I was like, because I just remember being so like taken aback. I was just like scared for a second, because even like, because it does, you're afraid, you're just like, what the fuck, like why is your dick out, like why are you doing this right now? And then like I finally just got like, after I was like initially had the panic, I just got really mad and I started like screaming. I was just like, fuck you, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're fucking gross. And I walked in front of his car and then he kind of got scared and went away. And then I followed him to get his license plate. And I was just like, I'm fucking following you. Like, I kind of made a big deal. But it took like a second.
How'd you follow him? Did you get on the bus? And
no, I was on foot because he was
follow that car. She's like, get the fuck in the back.
No, he was trying to drive away. I guess maybe he was trying to put his dick.
What kind of car was he? What kind of car was he twerking with?
Blue.
Like, did he open his door and jerk out?
No,
of the
he has windows down in like a regular sedan.
Lifted.
He had like a bunch of other clothes on, but he had his dick out.
Okay.
And he had a hat on, so it was hard to like describe him. Because I went to the police and they didn't do anything.
I mean,
that's a tough one to catch.
I mean, I got his license plate number.
Oh, well, that's a pretty easy one to catch.
Well, maybe, and I'm not defending the guy, because there was a period where I had a bad fungal infection on my groin, and I was driving, like sunning it out while I was driving.
Were you stopping and jerking off in front of people?
Puns?
No, I was just sitting there. I wasn't like being like handcuffed.
It made me so mad. Not only that he did that, but I got even more infuriated that he made such a stupid joke. Yeah. Like it pissed me off. I was like, oh man, he fucking told a dumbass like joke on top of it.
I mean, what do you think success-wise that guy has with his jerk off in public? It's got to be like
probably up there. When it happened to my girlfriend, she like
no. I'm saying like, you think is that a tactic to like get women, or is that just a weird release?
Oh no, it's not to get.
It's not like check out my dick.
No. It's like a thing you do to women. It's a form of assault. It definitely is, because it's like, you know that a random woman on the street doesn't want to see that.
Yeah, of
and
course,
she's going to get upset and you're
bizarre.
doing it anyway.
Remember the thing we saw? It was like it went through all the form of like sex positivity and kink, and they listed exhibitionism in there.
It's different, Matt.
But I guess,
Please.
I wonder why they listed
Well,
that.
it's interesting that you brought that up because after it happened, I was a little bit tormented because I'm totally like, I'm an exhibitionist myself and a voyeur. So I was like, it kind of threw me off because I always thought like streaking was funny, you know? And I think like the naked bike ride is fine. And here's the thing is I was like, why am I so upset by this? Why did this? Because it made me feel like really shitty for the rest of the day. And I'm like, why do I feel so bad? And it's really because it's like, oh, because that was done to me on purpose to upset me. And it was sexual.
It's pretty horrifying.
Like, it's really like that was done to scare and upset me, and it worked. Whereas, like, to me, like someone just running naked through a field is kind of like not really a threat
It's
because
not at
they're
you.
it's not at no one's like fixating on you. No one's like it's
But
not
if somebody
sexual.
stops on the Philly naked bike ride and looks at you and fucking
then they're a fucking
keeps
then they're a
getting
piece of shit. Yeah, they're a piece
That's
of
a good
shit.
line. That's a good line
that's
to
what
say.
that guy should do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, if some, I always try to think if
Dude,
some
if somebody
dude
whipped their bird
stopped
out
me and
it'd be
started jerking
so
off at
funny.
me, I'd be like, dude.
For obviously, yeah.
Well, I heard
We can laugh.
there was a guy, I kind of started it, but
Maybe.
there was a dude peeing on St. Patty's Day walking up the street, and I made fun of him. I yelled at him. I was like, "Put your fucking dick away!" And he turned around. I was just like, "Yeah!" And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm definitely not there. Apparently, it's like a thing with exhibition, like flashers, where like they get like it's like a obsessive compulsive thing where they get like this big impulse, like it's like a tension that builds, and finally they're like, "Fuck it," and they pull their dick out and show someone, and they say like they're like, "Oh, finally."
Yeah, man, that's something you
But
gotta like go to therapy
jerking-
for.
oh, yeah, I'm not saying like you know, let
Like if
people
you
walk around and do
can't
that.
find a way to do that consensually, then you gotta see some. Like that's me. I'm like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
if you like want to pay somebody or whatever
Yeah.
to like get like
Or
you know,
just-
then cool. But
Or maybe you could ask two ladies to your hotel room and ask them if you could jerk off.
and then if they're just like, what, you
Well,
should
what
not
if they're
take your
like- what if
clothes
they're
off.
like-
And
what if they say yes?
I would say, do we want to talk about enthusiastic consent? Do we want to get into that?
No, what's that mean?
So, like the idea that there's this whole like weird gray area with consent where it's like, well, did they say yes or say no? But it's like there's also still that power dynamic where there was no, like chances are, I don't think he talked about like, oh, do you want to come up to my hotel room so I can take my dick out and jerk off? Because they probably would have been like, nope.
Yeah.
But like when you're in that situation, it's harder to say no. Especially if you feel like if you leave, will this person get angry? Like, will they potentially, you know, follow me or hurt me?
Yeah.
So I might just go along with it. So it's like the idea of just reading body language. Like when you're about to hook up with somebody, like, and you know it's on, like, you know it's on.
Yeah.
You know, like they're into it. So, but if you're like on the upper hand and you're sort of like pushing it,
Yeah.
and somebody's like, oh yeah, okay, like sure, I guess, like, and you're still doing it, it's like you're not being cool.
That's tough because that like so. Plus, then it's like you have a guy who's like relatively experiencing fame for the first time. So he's this is a dude who's like 40-ish, who's like having probably had some women throw themselves at him where he was like, "You guys
Mm-hmm.
want to fuck me? That's weird." So
Yeah,
I
this
I
is
mean,
early
Yeah.
Louis.
maybe
This is
he. I mean,
early.
and I'm not like I said. I don't. I'm just postulating here, but it's like I wonder if it was just kind of like chicks just want to see me jerk off now.
Well, I
Where he
think
was like in his head, he's like, I'm a famous comedian now. Here are two young women. They're gonna come up to my hotel room. He might have been in his head thinking like it's fucking on. And then
I
he's
think
like,
that he might have thought. I think he might think that he had. I definitely think that there had been. I mean, there has to have been like women that were cool with it and they were down
Yeah.
with it. So it's like that has to build your confidence. But
It's
also
that's
like
a weird confidence form to build. Be like my jerk off in front of people. Confidence is
well,
like sky
it's,
high.
and
No,
that's
it's true.
fine.
Yeah,
Like if that's your thing, and like I'm sure there were some people who were into it, and that's
Yeah.
great. Like cool. But I think it's like that whole like maybe anybody who becomes famous, like when you have a
Yeah.
bunch of like women throwing themselves at you, it's like, well, I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna like. I think like the asking becomes doing without waiting for that much permission because
yeah.
you're just like, well, yeah, I can do this. Like I can do this.
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
like,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Maybe, but back to the was it enthusiastic consent?
Yeah,
What
like
was it?
like it being very obvious that a person wants to be engaging
very
with you.
obvious and like that's a blurry fucking line to be like even if you have someone in your hotel room say yes and it's still not consent, it seems kind of Like, it seems like we're extending the possible ability to call someone out for sexual assault to a whole new level of like, well, yeah, I did say yes in his hotel room, but he was rich, so I had to. So he sexually assaulted me 10 years ago.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I definitely see what you're.
It's just pushing a boundary that could be a little fucking dangerous to.
Well, interesting choice of words, because it's almost like I said, depending on the power dynamic, it could. I mean, it's pushing boundaries. I think that with gender, like, women are just very used to and expected to having our boundaries pushed. So a lot of times it's like, if this thing is happening again, especially if you're not physically as taking up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can feel like, and I can say I've been in situations like that where all of a sudden, and it can be in the middle of something that's even somewhat consensual or is consensual, and then somebody is like, oh, let's take it in this direction, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, but depending on the circumstance, you might go along because you're just like, I don't know. And then there's all these gray areas.
Other than a circumstance of like a threat, like a real threat, like obviously a gunpoint, then you can say yes. But like while you're having sex, let's say somebody wants to do something else, and you just go along with it because you feel pressured, because it might be weird to be like, no, I don't know, like that. But that's still consent. That's still, it has to be, because again, you're opening this door of like, well, yeah, I did say yes, but I didn't want to, so
Well, nothing.
let's fucking ruin this guy's career.
Nothing has to be. I mean, nothing
his
has to
life.
be anything. I think in this situation, it's definitely not that. It's
I think in
very.
this situation, yeah, it's
but
not.
but now that but since we're but that's the thing is like we're talking about it and we're assessing it, and are there gray areas? Absolutely. And can you look at a person's behavior pattern of abusing their authority and power in situations with either men or like women or men? Kevin Spacey, you know, like taking advantage of people who are like lower than you within your industry, or like even if it's not entertainment, any kind of professional place, you're kind of like, if it's somebody's boss and they're like, oh, like, can you watch me jerk off? It's like, depending on the environment, it might just be like, sure, I guess. And, you know, you might go along with it. So is it consent? Not really, because that person shouldn't be abusing their, you know, now, like I said, if Louis went up there and he was like, can I take my dick out and jerk off? And they were just like, yeah.
So what if this,
and he did it, I would say, did he do it like thinking it was completely okay, or did he do it not really giving a shit, and he intended to like just put them in a situation where it would be hard to say no? And I think that's going to get you to your real answer of if somebody's like predatory or not.
That's fair. What if I went to my boss, who was a woman, I was like, can I jerk off in front of you? Does that skew the power dynamic?
I mean,
she'll just be like, you're fired. Get the fuck out.
I think, yeah, you might, unless she were into you, then you might get fired. Yeah.
That's a risky move, then.
You should do that.
As my boss.
You should do that with your boss.
I should be like, can I jerk off?
You should do that to fucking.
I should do that to the guy I'm paying for.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
You should be like, you mind if I jerk off up here?
I should do that. Yeah. Like, do you mind if I...
Sounds kind of dangerous.
That's the one thing I keep seeing coming up. It's like, and I get it. He's at work and he's like, hey, because that was the way they were phrasing it. Like, he'd be really kind of nice about it and be like, hey, can I jerk off in front of you?
Hey, Louis?
Yeah.
You'd be like, you mind if I jerk? It's amazing. I'm going to jerk off. It's not good unless you say the N-word in a Louis impersonation.
Yeah, he does it.
It's the only way you can do it.
Dude, that is such a fucking odd Jones to have. To have like I think about that about pedophiles too, where I'm like, it's like, yeah, pedophiles are horrible. Like, I've said it before. If I was a president, I would kill them. Like, I'd be like, all right, you're dead. If you get caught doing that, you're dead. That was what I would do, honestly.
You would give the death penalty to
pedophiles? Yes. If they got caught like doing like diddling kids and shit, I would. I would be like, you can kill them. But my thing is like to have that Jones to be like, fuck, kids are so fucking hot. It's like,
yeah, it's a bummer.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's a real bummer.
But that's my other part of it. It's like, well, there's 7 billion people in the world, so
yeah.
Off the plank, fucking get the fuck out of here. That's my view.
Louis jerking off in front of people is, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Even if it was consensual, I'd be like,
that's true.
Fucking weird.
Shane is very conservative with his sexual values, and
well,
I don't.
You don't have to
I
be
agree. It is weird.
Comfortable with
and
it.
that's my perspective and my
I would not want to
see.
I would definitely not want to see Louis C.K. jerk off. Yeah. Personally,
I've been put in the position by girlfriends where they're like, let me see you jerk off, and I don't like doing it for
I
people.
did it once. It's terrible.
Oh, I feel so weird,
I did it over
man.
Skype and just had like my face turn red. I was like, I'm done now. It's terrible.
I don't like it at all.
It's a very no. It's really personal to let someone watch you masturbate. For sure.
Yeah, I don't fucking
Yeah.
like it, man. There's the gray area of consent, and I've said this before, never on the cast, but like having sex with a girl and touching her butthole, you can't fucking ask to touch someone's butthole. You can
But you can kind of feel it out.
Exactly. You can massage your way
Yeah.
in, but you can't be like, "Can I touch your butthole?"
But
They're
how
like,
about-
Yeah.
"No, dude, no."
Yeah,
How about
don't
if
say
you
that.
You can spread,
get
too.
the
I mean, you
outside.
can say it, but it would probably be
You can
really
get
funny.
the outside of it, and then they say
You can do
no.
the thing with your finger where you like kind of
Work
like where
your
you're
way
working,
over.
and if
Exactly.
she's not into
Yeah.
it, she'll be like,
Yeah,
she'll
exactly.
move, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like a reaction when somebody's near your
Exactly.
butthole.
But that was
and
one
you're
thing I've
not
always
feeling
wondered,
it.
like, because I've been like, yeah, you should just ask, but I'm like, if you're like doing stuff like that, I feel like it does take away a little bit to be like, "Can I suck your nipples?"
Would you mind
Like,
if
Well,
I? Would
I
you
don't.
mind if I? Suck
I
on your
mean,
nipples?
And I'm not
you don't
saying,
have
like,
to
you should
say
just
it
go
like
full-
that. You could just. I mean, you could like if you're fingering around the butthole area, you could be like, "You like that?" Like,
True.
you know. And if
See, I can't do that. Either.
Oh.
That's not my game to be like, yeah, you like that?
well, if you say it like that,
Yeah, what do you think of that? Huh? What do you think of that?
But no, that is true. There is, and again, that's the finesse factor where you don't just like jam your finger up someone's butt and be like, "Oh, okay, my bad. Thought you'd fucking love that." So I guess
you should never just surprise finger somebody's butthole.
No,
for sure.
no.
That's-
Unless it's your
I had
friend.
someone fucking. I had a girl try that to me.
Unless it's your friend, you can fucking give them a Zuki.
like a
crease, little credit card. Little
that
fucking,
actually. You know what's weird about that?
but that's not like that's on that
That's on the outside.
Outside of the pants. However,
If you get under the pants, it's still funny.
that's
oh, you know what's interesting?
you know when you just
know what's interesting?
finger
about
your
that?
friend's butthole
Well,
unexpectedly. you
this
know?
is funny.
Give a
This is
little
a.
jolt.
I don't know. Do girls like sneak attack each other's buttholes like that? As friends?
I don't.
I'm saying
personally.
like over the sweatpants, like
yeah,
guys.
I've seen a few.
Guys kind of like lightheartedly sexually assault each other constantly. Like
I've
dick
seen
grabs,
that, yeah.
dick
Well, it's just
grabs.
funny to watch somebody
And
react.
it is kind of funny, but I noticed the butthole game. People play that in my college dorm. Like you'd like there's like bunk beds, so you'd be climbing up, and someone would just like someone got me fucking good, like entered via sweatpants, and I was like, ugh. And I always said like I'm never playing this game. You guys are fucking weird. Once somebody got me, I became hell bent on getting people back. So I got a lot of dudes.
That's
because
very
it's weird,
interesting.
yeah.
That's the idea of like someone who's been hurt before.
And
wants to
it's
hurt other
such a
people.
minor version
Yeah.
of it, but
I
got my
children
someone
that have been assaulted.
I know.
Yeah,
and I just
you're
thought
very
about that
much
now.
like that.
It's like someone got me real good, and I was like, oh,
'Cause
and
you
I
got
laid there, and I was
violated.
like, ew.
Yeah.
And then I was like, as soon as I saw someone, I was like, fuck yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
you
yeah.
got creased and then felt violated?
Dude, they got me
You're
like
fucking
I
gay,
was
dude.
climbing.
You're fucking gay as fuck.
I was climbing up a bunk
That's
bed.
like a
I
total
was
dude. If
full
somebody did that
spread,
to me,
and
I'd be
So
like,
gay, dude.
I got penetrated.
Matt's gay.
wait. You have to.
By
I'm
his
confused.
roommate.
So you have to be gay for it to be a violation.
Matt got raped in college.
No, but you know what is funny though, because there is like that isn't the same though, because like dudes can get raped by a girl and literally wake up and be like.
Absolutely.
Like I've seen it happen to dudes. My friend, I was just out to dinner.
Happens
my
to a lot
friend,
of chicks too, where they wake up and they're like, fuck.
you think so?
Yeah, I think.
And like laugh, like we were literally. I
I
was.
don't know about full on fucking rape,
I
but I
was
bet
out
there's
to-
girls that wake up and are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. That makes sense. There was a guy who I was talking to recently, and they were saying like they're calling it the rape of the dude's name, and there was a girl who was like the girl was like after him, and he was passed out, and he was kind of like no, I don't want to, and then he went to
She
sleep,
got him?
and my one friend opened the door and was like he's right in there. And like my friend, they were just laughing about it. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I totally assisted in this girl coming in and assaulting you." And he was like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Yeah.
And then that was it. They were like laughing. So it's
definitely,
totally different.
that's definitely. I mean, well, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, the whole idea that men can't be, because it's like women are the ones who get raped. And men are the ones who rape. So
You
it's
get raped by a
funny.
dude, though.
So it's funny when
It's funny
a
that Matt
woman,
got
the idea
raped.
that a woman,
It's hilarious.
By his
but
roommate.
it's like she still fucking raped him.
And
Like she violated him.
Well, it's
I mean,
not as consequential. It's like you don't wake up and your like dick's all fucked up. And you're like, oh no. You just wake up and you're like, Jesus
Well, I
Christ.
don't think that you have to have like your junk all fucked up for it to be
Come on, man.
rape or sexual assault.
Yeah, but there's not the. I don't think it's as like invasive.
Because we can't penetrate.
Well, I guess you
Well,
guys
you got
could.
penetrated.
Fuck, I got penetrated. Yeah.
But I mean, sexual assault doesn't have to be penetration. It can definitely be like
Yeah, that's
on
true.
one account. I mean, it's still a violation. I mean,
Jerking off in a
one,
car at a bus stop.
it's
True.
It's like he blatantly was like no, and then
And he passed
she
out.
did it anyway. And then there's the idea that women can't rape, so it's like this joke, but it's like, dude, like he definitely didn't want to fuck that girl.
Yeah,
and
I
she
know.
fucked
Yeah, I know
him.
another guy
Yeah.
who his teacher got him young when he was like 17. He was
teacher?
like he was like living with his teacher's husband, or his teacher, and his wife started like groping him. He was like at the time he's like, this is awesome. He's like, 10 years later, I was like, that kind of fucked me up.
Yeah.
Fucking an old lady when I was like 16 years old or 17. Mm-hmm. So
Who's that?
I'm not saying. Sworn to secrecy, dude.
Yeah, you should definitely not
No, I
reveal
wouldn't.
your.
But yeah, but that was something I thought was interesting. How I got butt blasted over sweatpants, and I was instantly like, I'm in the game now. I was like, I'm fucking playing.
And then
And many fell.
did you assault other men?
Oh, dude, I got like scores.
So I mean,
I had to.
in a weird way, you can kind of see like it's like what's the word, like a microcosm of
Of butt
Of
assault,
that?
of male
Yeah,
butt.
I
Yeah. Oh,
guess.
yeah. I got
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you were Matt. You were sexually assaulted
Dude.
in college by your roommate.
Yeah.
I mean, it is though, and dudes do that all the time where they like get like I see that too, and I'm just like, why is this a game? I mean, it's one thing if like you're friends with people and that's just what you do, and you all like it or not like
Yeah,
it, but you think it's funny. But like, there should be some level of
I think
agreement.
I think there's a subconscious gay urge when guys do that.
Where it's like the
guys,
fear.
guys grab each other's balls.
No,
Well-
it's funny. I've done that to people, and
Hey,
it's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
just saying,
There's
you
nothing
don't-
gay about it.
your
Seeing somebody
subconscious
flinch,
mind-
But why is it?
seeing somebody like
Your
"Ugh."
subconscious
funny.
mind does stuff that you don't understand. So it's like, why that game?
Oh,
you could
God,
spook
Matt
them.
tries to fucking convince everybody that he. All right, so Matt's a little gay,
No.
and he listened to one book, and
No, I'm
since
not.
then he's been
That has nothing
spouting
to
off
do.
that everyone's gay.
No, I'm not. It
because
has
Matt's
nothing to do with that. I'm
Matt's
talking
got
about the subconscious mind.
a
It's nothing to do with
strong
that.
hint of gay in him, and you could have started this when that guy blasted you. When that guy blasted you, when did you start looking at tranny porn?
When I was married.
Post blasting.
No, when I was married. That
I
was
think that guy
different.
blasted you right into it.
That was different.
Well,
That was
looking at
different
porn
shame.
is kind of like a
It's
different
different.
realm than
I'm sorry.
sexuality.
Transsexual is porn.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
I'm shaming you right
That's
now.
marketed towards heterosexual men.
I am
but
sorry that I'm shaming you.
That's
Well,
fine.
it's all fetishized.
I mean, see how it
too.
came out?
It's
I
very,
pinned him, and he just lashed.
Who?
You.
How'd you pin me?
With your subconscious
got-
mind being gay.
You did get very
That's what he
defensive.
does. No,
He did.
well, that's because this is the
He did.
fucking 12th week in a row ever since he heard this book. He's been
Yo,
acting like this.
A Billion Wicked Thoughts is a very good read.
Well, the thing is, it's like men have this whole fear of like being
gay.
even like a tiny little bit gay, which is like,
Yeah.
which there's pressure on you
Like Shane.
to not be gay, to be super masculine and all this.
I'm
shit.
super fucking masculine.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
No, I don't feel that way at all. Like,
No, because I've definitely watched transsexual porn. I'm like, yeah, I watched it, and it's like there's a feeling of like I've just gone beyond the realm. I'm gay. I'm fully I climbed. That's how it's perceived, as if you climbed over some wall and you're just in like the gay upside down for the rest of your life,
are.
and you're just like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, it's like the weird idea
All my
that like
friends are like, Matt, where are you?
Yeah.
sexuality is
tornado in
like
the sky.
just this thing that never fucking moves beyond like one
Yeah.
thing. It's like, to me, like porn is just like watching people, no matter
True.
who they are. I mean, but I like to watch people, so I'm like, I don't care
I'm with you.
what people they are. They could even be ugly half the time, and you know,
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes if you watch a nice amateur
Some good
porn,
uggo porn, dude.
yeah. Sometimes that actually adds to it when someone's like a realistic. It's not like a silicone type person.
All right, I gotta take a piss. Let's take a quick
All
break.
right, let's take a break, and we're back.
We're back with the Marxist feminist Rachel Fagletto.
that's not true.
No, what I wanted to talk about was, and it doesn't have anything to do with the Metzger. Well, it has something to do with it, but just when people are like, you believe women every time. Like, people are like, you should do that.
Well, for me, what
gets
it is
kinda
like
crazy.
is that if you look at how often people only believe women, like when women say this thing that's happening is fucked up, people rarely believe it when it's just women saying what their experience was. It usually takes like at least some men and men of power to support them before people are like,
So, like, if a girl falsely accuses a guy of rape, guys can go to jail for that. And if it's just one girl's statement, right?
sure, but
And then
the
people are like,
instances
always
of
believe that.
I don't think anybody's saying always believe women every single time. I think what we're saying is that more often than not, people don't believe or trust women's experiences. And it takes men to support us before other men listen almost every single time. So that's what's happening right now, is almost every single time when women say, this thing happened, it was kind of fucked up. Men usually brush it off unless it's like especially if it's somebody within a circle that's like high in power, or like somebody that people are close with. They're just like, they'll justify it. Cause like we were saying before, when you like somebody or look up to somebody, you kind of go into denial. You're like, well, no, that's my friend, and I don't think they would do that. So maybe it was a misreading. But like what happens, and I think what happens especially in comedy, because comedy is unbalanced, there's more men. There's way more men than women.
Yeah.
So what you have is the majority is men. You have a small, even though there's more women now than there were before, that's still a very small percentage. So what you have is fucked up things happening to women, which happens to us pretty much our whole lives. And then when we tell men, it often gets brushed off until finally it's like 5 or 10 women come out and say, no, this person did A, B, C. And then like a couple guys that are like, have enough authority to say it, and then everybody all of a sudden is like torches and like going to get this person. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like people never just believe what we say happens to us. So if you have the majority of people being men and the minority being women, and you have like a bunch of men who are the majority that right don't trust women. Yeah, because I would argue that most men don't trust women's experiences of what happens to them alone. I will say that with confidence because I've been experiencing it pretty much my whole life. So when you have that, you create an environment where women don't feel safe even mentioning it half the time. So it's like, they're like, well, I tried to mention it and it kind of just got blown off. And then we're in this environment where a lot of times it's like people are kind of like disrespectful or unprofessional, like not on the stage, but off the stage. So you kind of like breathe this environment from like the bottom up that allows for all the Louis to thrive. So I think that's really what it is. It's not like believe every single woman every time. I can tell you in my personal and professional life, I've seen women who have falsely accused or lied about it, and it's a very small handful, and they're usually very mentally unstable, and that's like the tip of the iceberg among a bunch of other things. For the most part, no woman wants to fucking talk about being sexually assaulted publicly, because all you're going to get is mostly backlash. The backlash will always outweigh any support you get, and it's fucking horrible.
Interesting. How many so doing stand up, if like what is like how many messages or like stuff like that do you get from comedians like a week that's just like weird shit being like, yo babe?
Well, now that I stopped accepting every single friend request of people that had a microphone, that number has been reduced a lot.
People being like, stop, Mom.
Yeah, and with comedy, it's like, so here's one thing. When we talk about it like it's professional and you should handle it like almost like a work environment kind of thing, where like talking to female comics should be held in some sort of... Look, see, that's what I think it gets weird, because a lot of times it's like, it's a shitty open mic, like Raven, for example, where everyone's just getting fucked up. And it's a bar. That's what it is. None of these people are fucking professional comics. We're not professionals. It's just a bunch of fucking weirdos that gather together to drink together and sit up there.
Yeah.
And so, like, if we're going to classify open mics as work, then a lot of that offstage behavior is crazy. Crazy unacceptable. Fucking...
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
The fact that everyone's hammered.
But if you classify it as a fucking bar where everyone's drinking, it's a little less...
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, the truth is it's somewhere in the middle, because it is a bar where everybody's drinking, but it also is a place where we're all working on our craft. Well, we should be working on our craft to eventually,
not have to be there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Be making money. So I think it's like, there's nothing wrong with like having casual conversation over beers, but it's like, how are you really addressing women as a whole, like in that environment? Is it hostile? Is it disrespectful? Is it rude? If you're flirting, is it a mutual flirtation, or is it like, I mean, if two people are flirting, I mean, that fucking happens. I'm not talking about that, but I mean, just kind of the general, like the space for, it's hard. There is no HR. There is no, and it is at bars, but it's like this whole kind of dynamic when someone like oversteps, and a girl's like I know like a girl come to me like, yo, that guy fucking like women do that all the time. We're like, that guy's not. Don't do that. He's like a creep, you know. But like, if you tell other guys, like if they don't know him, they'll be like, oh, fuck that guy. But if they know him, it's like, oh no, that's just so and so. He just, you know, and you know, and that's sort of like what happens. So women come in, they just learn like, you know, this is what it is. I'm just gonna try to
also
avoid
though
that.
I've noticed most of the male comics that do open mics are stupid. Not stupid, but they're fucked up individuals. Like across the board, they're fucking weird dudes. And I think a lot of the women that do it are fucking weirdos.
Most comedians are. We're all weirdos. Yeah, definitely for sure.
A lot of fucking weird people packed into a room, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. It's very hazy when it comes to etiquette and behavior because a lot of these people don't have fucking social lives outside of this, and probably never really did. And I don't know. It's weird.
Well, this is the thing I find weird because I always see that language of like it's an abuse of power and these people are taking their power and they're using it over people. But then I'll see a lot of people like when like the Louis C.K. thing happened. I read a bunch of articles. One girl wrote an article in Vice about like how I tried to break the story, but no one listened to me and almost cost me my career. And a lot of her article was like they're like what was she saying? What's the name of the entertainment company? It has like Kevin Hart, Aziz Ansari, Louis C.K., whatever it's called. She's like, and then they would never even give me the time of day. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're not on the league of Kevin. Like, people use that kind of thing to bolster their own. You know what I mean? It's like
sometimes these accusations seem weaponized, and that's what kind of like we were talking about that fucking weirdo Roy Moore.
Yeah.
It's a weird time, and like with Trump and Bill Clinton, he didn't have a problem with it until they were having a fucking debate, and he could bring those victims to the fucking debate. He was cool chilling with him before that. Like these types of accusations that seem. Now, obviously, at our level, there's not going to be that. But, like, I don't know, sometimes, like, just odd choices of when to come forward. And it just does enough to just be like, wait, that's odd.
Well, because
that's
like,
off about
at the time, well, I mean, I think it says it right there. She tried to do something and then was shut down, which was happening before her and before her. So that's literally, and the higher up it is, that's literally why it's going to take. I was actually surprised it came out as soon as it did with Louis. I thought it would go longer without coming out.
I didn't think it would.
But I thought he was going to apologize eventually. I figured he was.
It was, but again, all I had heard was he asked. They said yes. They didn't really mean to say yes, and he jerked off in front of them.
I don't believe they said yes. I don't think
that's all. That's all that I was. Told.
What I read, it was more like one girl said no and walked away pissed off.
Yeah,
and that's like with the Courtney Cox or David Arquette or whatever. They were like, they told them, and they were like, no, just let it keep going. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of them, but
whatever.
I just feel like when I see these things, I feel like there's a lot of people who almost kind of like snatch the crumbs from the bottom of it, where they're like, well, this is me. I should be, they'll like complain that they're not represented by like a huge talent agency that takes like top. And it's like, dude, I get that you try to break the story, but that's you as a journalist, not as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's a weird, because a lot of people will use the terms like power, and it's about, a lot of times people are trying to grab power for themselves through bad things that happen. That's the sense
sure, that's definitely true, but it doesn't make it any less true that a journalist tried to break the story and was
that's
shut
true. But when
the...
when like they take a story like that and then slant it to it's basically all about themselves and how like they're getting overlooked and like they're almost saying like that's why they're not getting what they're supposed to be getting in comedy. There was
maybe
a Vice
I read
article and they were trying to say like, and people wouldn't even talk to me and it's just like. Really, that's
well.
What's
that
going
sounds
on,
like just talking about being blacklisted almost. I mean, it's like I tried to break the story and it was the wrong one. I shouldn't have done that because now I'm getting.
I hear what you're saying. Like,
but it was
she got blacklisted, and she's saying she got blacklisted because she tried to break the story instead of maybe looking in the mirror and she wasn't funny.
Well, then that was the other thing too of like the comedy duo where like and we couldn't even like send our material to that talent guy, and it's like, dude,
I've seen that duo. They've overreached.
I just pulled up the article. P.S. about whether or not it just says Louis C.K. asked if he could take out his penis. The women said they thought it was a joke and laughed it off, and then he really did it. He proceeded to take off all his clothes and get completely naked and start masturbating.
Yeah, and they just screamed. Apparently, they were just like
they were like kind of laughing and like holding each other or something.
Yeah,
it's like,
it doesn't. Yeah. I don't know. I know he said it in his apology that he's like, I did always ask, and they always said yes.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't say they always said yes. He said I always asked. That's how I justified it.
Oh,
he said
okay.
I always asked.
All right.
Yeah, Louis shit the bed. Louis did shit
Look,
the
I'm
bed.
not defending Louis.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was what I thought happened, and I think it's a weird line of if you have yes as a consent.
I don't think he got
legally,
yeses.
what the fuck can we do?
Yeah, no.
There's nothing legally you can
There
do.
weren't yeses.
Yeah.
Like I think
that's separate to the Louis C.K. thing. That makes sense too. It is.
Let's back off this for a second.
What?
The sexual assaults. I want to before we do this because we got you here because this has been bothering me.
Okay.
Especially with comedy and women in comedy. A lot of the times I hear women say they need to work twice as hard as men to be successful. Mm-hmm. Have you heard that?
I've heard that.
Doesn't that seem a little crazy?
No, it doesn't seem crazy.
It doesn't?
No, it's very true.
You think it's very true?
Yeah, it's very true.
See, I think it could be wrong.
Based on
Just all right. So, like, I've seen comics. I don't know. Is it because I've had this debate with a female comic before and she has really good credits and all that, but it's like, well, her thing is audiences don't like female comics. Like, if a lady walks on the stage, the entire audience is like, ugh.
it depends on the audience.
But like clubs.
But what happens
Typically.
I would argue not that they don't like a female comic, is that when a female comic walks on, they're surprised because they don't see it that often. And they're always looking at her first because we're always looked at based on being female. So if we're like feminine or attractive, we're going to get looked at how attractive we are. If we're not super feminine, maybe not stereotypical attractive, we're going to be looked at that way. We're always going to be looked at on a spectrum of how hot we are by most people, men and women. So you're being looked at before you do. As a woman, you're always just being looked at in this sexual way, no matter what you actually look like. People are figuring out if you're fuckable. It's just a thing.
Okay.
So you kind of have to overcome that because women aren't typically seen as comedians and they're not seen as people who make people laugh. Men are. Men make women laugh. That's the whole
Men
stereotype. And women look for funny men. So when you see a woman go up, and a lot of people, even women I've seen over the years, have said they just don't think that many women are funny. So I know anytime I get up on a stage, a bunch of people are like, let's see if she's funny.
Yeah,
I know
like
that's what.
I feel like every so it's like I was doing a lot of black shows, and it's like I'd come out and I would see people be like, pff, and like pull their phones out. So it's like I think people do kind of deal with. Like, I mean, I don't know. That's when, and then like I'll come out sometimes in stage, and like I can feel people look at me like this guy's a douchebag. And I've asked before, like, do I look like a douche? And everyone just laughs because they're like, yeah, you kind of do.
Sure.
So I think everyone's judged
how
like
about-
that.
Everyone is, but it's not the same. It's
Really?
definitely not the same for
harder
men. And it's like,
for
and
women.
for women, you're really looked at like a lot of people are, especially men, are like, do I want to fuck her? Like that is like that is what most men think when they
I
see.
think that's
like,
kind of inescapable. I think that's like
right. It's inescapable.
Oh, yeah,
so when you
fuck.
walk on stage, it's like I already know that I have to like really get past that because I already know they're trying to figure out if they want to fuck
Yeah.
me. So I'm like, I have to just plow past that.
So it's human nature is a roadblock, right?
Socialized human nature.
Yes.
Well, no. What do you mean? What do you mean socialized?
Well, it's the way we're socialized. I mean, I don't believe that people are just born looking at men and women that way. We teach them to look at
that's-
women
I mean,
that way.
I
I mean,
think
yeah.
No,
so,
I mean,
yeah.
there's definitely.
We're
like,
getting off of
we don't
Shane.
need
So
to-
Shane wanted to
but-
say that he thinks. So you think women don't have to work twice as hard?
No, I don't think they have to work twice as hard. But like, if we were looking at just on stage, you can't be like comedy's unfair because the crowds don't like women.
Well, comedy is unfair, but it just is unfair.
Yeah,
I mean,
but then,
that's
like, so let's say, but I see women getting opportunities that if those same results that they get every time they're on stage, they were a man, they wouldn't be getting those opportunities.
What do you mean?
So, like, I don't know, a comedian goes on, a lady comic goes on, crowd likes her a little bit, a male comic goes on, crushes. That lady comic there's a lot of bad female comics results-wise, and by results I mean crowd likes them or not, that are getting things at a alarming rate. Not alarming, but
Well, when you
outside of their talent.
Well, here's the thing. When you say bad female comics, do you mean like female, like how many years in are you saying?
I mean, I could, and this is a preference thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so, but like, I don't know, I could turn on a special. There's not like, it could be any level. People want female comics on their shows. Clubs ask me all the time, like, do you know any funny females? And they're a lot of times they get pushed too far into the industry that they don't belong there yet.
And you don't think that happens to any men?
I think that does happen to a lot of men, but not at the same rate.
So you think women get pushed into the industry more than men get pushed into it when they're not ready?
Not numbers-wise.
Right.
But talent-wise.
So, talent
and crowd
proportionally?
Crowd results is all I'm talking about.
Okay.
So the fact that clubs will be like, give me a fun, like there's
Like
clubs
Gabriel
will specifically be
Iglesias
like,
or-
give me a funny
girl. Give me
woman,
a
but
funny
how many
girl.
clubs have more women working there than men?
None.
Exactly.
But why?
They want because they need a
business.
token because there just isn't as many women.
It's also, if they could make money off of a female comic, they would use them. It's not like they're like, we're not taking women because we don't like them. It's like because the fucking audiences don't enjoy it as much as a male comic.
So what I'm saying
And
is,
this
so
is a
right, it's a
money business.
right, it's a business model. So what I'm saying is, we know that, and we have to overcome that. So like when clubs are looking for women, because like there's pressure now to be diverse, they're looking for women. There aren't a lot. What I always say is when people are like, well, oh no, this person is always like, do you know any women? Do you know any women? Why do you have to look for women? There just aren't as many in
Not
the
a lot
scene.
of women do stand-up.
There's a lot more. I can tell I've been doing stand-up 5 years, which is like nothing, I know. But in the 5 years, I have seen a lot more women start and stay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say in maybe the past 2 years than when I first started, there was like no women hardly.
Yeah.
So I would say that the culture is changing, and it's going to take some years to cultivate the newer women, just like the newer male comics, but there just aren't as many of them. So when you're saying bad female comics, it's like, do you mean like somebody not even a year in? Because like everybody is bad.
female comics wasn't exactly
You
what
mean
I
like
wanted to say.
Netflix specials, basically?
Yeah, it's shit like that.
I thought you were talking about like open mics. I was like, I mean,
no, open mics at all. I'm not even worried about it, but I'm saying like I've heard the conversation that women need to work twice as hard, and it's like, well, what do you mean by work twice as hard? Because are we talking about like who makes the room laugh harder, or are we talking like
it might be.
I just
It's
don't
that.
understand
Too.
why.
I also think all comics, no matter what, think that they have the short end of the straw. Because it's like, as a
exactly.
white guy, I'm
Exactly.
like, what the fuck? Black guys can say anything and get away with it. I can't say half the shit, and I still got to be funny. And there's black guys being like, I don't get any fucking parts. I think almost every group of comics is like,
exactly.
fuck, I'm fucked.
But then a female
that I think
comic,
about it.
and people can go out and be like, we have to work twice as hard. And if I said that, they'd be like, what the fuck? What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
What are you, an asshole?
It's.
And it's like, well, I can give you some fucking examples, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, and it's like, and I don't know what it's like to not like. There's things that you can say, like that are going to just be funnier coming out of you. And I'm not
Yes,
saying that
but
you,
the whole
and I'm
result
saying
of this industry is who is the funniest. So just because it's unfair that somebody's allowed to be, that someone naturally is funnier. That
well, are they
shouldn't be like-
naturally funny or how people perceive what's
how people
funny?
perceive.
Right.
And
And,
the
and I'm
only
saying
thing
this
that
to you.
matters
I
is
think you're
human
funny.
perception.
I think you're very funny. So
Thank you.
I'm just putting that out
yeah.
there. But I also think there's things that you can say that if I were to say that, it just, the crowd would not respond to me the way they respond to
course.
you. And that's just the way it is.
But
So-
That's me
but
and
that's-
Shane, too. Shane can say stuff that I can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just that's the game. Like, that's like we were playing golf. We're playing on the same course. But because I'm a man, I can hit it farther. And so they move your tees up a little. And I don't know.
Well, it's not
they have a
necessarily.
handicap in
It's
golf.
about not
Yeah,
about
it's
physical
this little
strength.
fucking
But the thing
handicap there,
is,
it's like-
majority of crowds are going to like accept men comedians
Exactly.
more quickly and faster and more openly than they're going to accept most female comics.
Yes.
So we have to do that. We have to work within the weird sexual harassment shit happening to us all the time, plus the having to like overcompensate for that. No one's saying, I think here, what I think happens when this argument comes up is like men or white men or straight white men feel like, oh, they're saying that we're not really funny. We're not saying that. If there's anything I say to female comics who are just starting and like ask me questions, I'll be like, comedy's hard for everybody. It's really fucking hard. Everybody, it's fucking hard. It sucks. It makes you want to kill yourself. Everybody does bad at first. It's hard for everybody. As a woman, it's going to be fucking harder. So I'm just letting you know. And it's not fair, but that's the way it is. Like, be aware of it, pick your battles,
it's
but
harder
it's not
to
fair.
make audiences laugh as a woman.
Yes.
Yes, but we're in the business of making audiences laugh.
Right.
So
we have to work harder because audiences don't want to laugh at us initially.
Then I'll see women in comedy that, without sounding too much of a douche, but like if me and them were on the same show, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do better. And then they go out and get things that I can't even come close to getting.
How many women are getting things that more men aren't getting than women?
Well, there's way more men doing stand-up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like easy. Proportionally, it's not like women are like fucking taking all the things and taking all the opportunities. They're just getting more now because they're fucking more of us and we're working harder. Even let's say, Shane, let's say you're the funniest person in the world.
Yes. Let's say I'm Louis C.K.
Okay. Let's say you're the funniest person in the world. So what is it about like women? No one's as funny as you, Shane. No men, no women. Nobody's as funny as you. Yes. So why is it more women getting more opportunities that bothers you more than any man who's getting an opportunity that's not as funny as you?
Them getting opportunities wouldn't bother me as much as somebody being like, here's what I think is confusing about it. And I'm sorry I didn't answer your question, but it's like saying it's harder to be a female comic because people don't think women are funny. Just seems like that'd be like, it's unfair that it's hard for me to play basketball because I'm white. And black guys do good at basketball, and it's, I should be on the Knicks anyway.
Yeah, but the audience, the people watching basketball don't affect your ability to that's a physical skill.
Yeah.
So you can either play basketball or you can't.
Their reaction. You can make an audience laugh or you can't.
But your skill still depends on a room full of people. Whereas if you're playing basketball, the audience don't impact your ability to play the sport.
Yeah, I mean, it's just and no matter what in this conversation, I'm going to lose.
I'm not trying to fight you.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think
you
are.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm going to sound bad and like a dickhead. But that's
I'm glad we're having. I want you to say what you're thinking because I think it's like people do need to hear that, and I think it's like, again, like I said, when the conversation comes up, I feel like a lot of men feel like, oh, women are saying like we're not fun, like men aren't funny and they're funny. It's like we're not saying that.
I don't think I don't think women are saying men aren't funny. I think if anything, obviously, men are saying women aren't funny. Obviously. That seems to be the clear dynamic there.
Well, I think you're more or less, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying like there's almost like a cultural, there's like a thing they're trying to fill, where it's like they're trying to make everything more diverse, and they're being like, we need more women, we need more this. So you're seeing slots filled with unfunnier people who kind of ascribe to this thing that's in demand culturally.
Yeah.
Which in a sense, like I've seen plenty of like men who are not as funny get opportunities as a norm.
Yeah.
That, other women who are funnier don't get. And it could, a lot of times it's visibility. It's just like who people know, but it happened like unfunny men get opportunities all the time. So sometimes unfunny women are going to get them, but it's not like there's a shortage of unfunny men. And I think again, like
there's a ton of unfunny men.
Yeah, there could be a POV type thing to where, like I was saying before, when you're a white comic, like fucking black guys have it so easy.
That's all I think it is.
Well, and even
it could be
like
a POV thing to where like even,
but you can't say that.
What do you mean?
Like,
no, I'm saying for everyone.
As a straight white guy, you can't be like, well, I think everybody's probably thinks they have it the worst.
But I'm saying for everyone now, it's probably just kind of like I'm like,
I know, but
this fucking chick has a special, she sucks, and you see a guy and you're like, this fucking guy sucks. It makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. And for me, it's like, I look at every, yeah, it's like I can look at a guy, even if I don't like his comedy and I don't like his style, if he makes the room laugh, I'm like, well, he's doing his job.
Yes.
And I need to get, and anytime,
that's all that matters.
like the first time I went into the suburbs and my shit didn't work and I watched this guy like kill telling like racist and sexist jokes, I was like, I have to get even. It was Shane. No.
No, I remember seeing
but
that,
yeah.
going out to the suburbs and just being like, what the fuck?
And I tell women that too. I'm like, you have to, and it's still hard, but like now I have like a 15-minute set I can do in the suburbs that's not too controversial and I can make people laugh. And it's like, you have to fucking overcome that.
I'll give you in the suburbs. I'll give you that. To if you're like, I hate performing for older people pretty much. But like as a girl, I could see like 60-year-olds being like, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
not,
you can't tell. Well, if you tell any sex jokes, you have to like really ease into it, and it
Yeah.
can't be that
see
explicit.
it,
Whereas
yeah.
guys can go up and be like, "I was jerking off," and they're like, "Bah," and I'm just like, "Fuck everybody."
Well, I just
yeah.
did a show with Brandon Vincent Jackson in Delco, and he went before me, and they fucking hated him.
That's a tough
'Cause
one.
He was like,
in Delaware
I'm gay,
County, yeah.
and was
Wow.
saying shit like that. And this is a room full of like 40, 50-year-old white people.
Well, they're already like.
There was a
all
guy
right,
in the front that was like, "This fucking sucks. I'm out of here." And then I went on next, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck Brendan for being gay, right? Come on, guys, like me."
Oh yeah, you did your set about that on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's
Sunday.
yeah.
That is interesting because in Delaware County, it's weird enough to where they're like, all right, black comic's probably pretty funny. He's like, I'm gay, and everyone's like, and they're like,
Yeah.
what the
They're
fuck's
like,
going
that
on
was
here?
too many layers of privilege. Not
But
there. Sorry.
Back to what the fuck I'm trying to say.
I know what
It's
you're saying.
impossible to say.
And no
also-
one's saying that men don't work. That's the thing too. Is like we're not saying nobody's saying that men don't work hard. Like we know everybody fucking works hard. This is fucking hard.
Yeah, but
Comedy's the
twice
worst.
as hard is the thing. It's like, because if you're working to your full capacity and you're like, someone's going twice as hard as me, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Imagine, like, literally, imagine,
yeah.
like, every time you step anywhere, everybody's fucking looking at you. Imagine going places, like, comedians who don't know you shake everyone's hands around you, don't shake your hand. Imagine everybody assumes you're somebody's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's, like, the whole just comedy being late night, and, like, you have to get home and you have to deal with all, like, it's just not. It's not women friendly.
You're saying there's more
It's
mental.
definitely not
There's more
female
mental.
friendly.
There's
There's
more mental duress.
the
you're saying.
logistics of it, you have to you either have to take a cab home, it's either more expensive or it's more dangerous physically. Even being in the environment can be more dangerous physically, and then you have to like deal with like people being kind of gross. You have to deal with like weird messages of like people booking you and then hitting on you.
Yeah.
Like, so there's all that, and then plus I still have to like look professional and like walk this weird line. So I'm not, again, it's like nobody's saying you don't work hard, and I would argue like a black female comic works like 4 times as hard as I do. Like there's shit that is like no matter how many layers you put on there, it's just is what it is.
Yeah.
So
There's
working
things-
working hard's equated with like mental duress you take on, basically. Saying like the more stuff you have to deal with equates to.
Yeah,
like,
I don't look at it as like who's the most oppressed or who has it the hardest. And I know that's kind of a cunty way to say what you just said, but I'm just talking straight. Who the fuck gets the room to laugh should be on.
Sure,
and that's what
and no
bothers
one's
me.
saying but
'Cause
no
I think
one's
a lot of times
saying
that doesn't happen.
you don't think that like men who murder every time don't get booked
What do you mean?
at or let's say would you say like men that are doing well on stage every single time are getting consistently booked less than like really unfunny female comics?
Not
like, on the
really
same rate?
unfunny, but yeah.
It can happen. I won Philly's Funniest, so I didn't get booked for shit. It's like, I got a couple weird shows, but it wasn't like people were like, oh, here's this dude. But
People
again,
might have thought you were out of their league.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about like
That's
Philly.
what I like to try to think.
I'm not
the
talking about
reason
like
I don't
Philly
get
open
booked
mics, but
on-
I'm also like, I put zero effort into seeking, you know what I mean? So I'm not the best example of that.
You didn't network or
I do literally, I like kind of feel weird about
It is
like that.
visibility. I mean, that is a thing.
True,
too.
that is
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
showing your face, and then people feeling like I know sometimes like I still run some divey bar shows, and it's like there's times where I'm like I'm not going to ask this person who
Yeah.
does this and that because they're not going to want to come here and
Yeah,
do this on a Friday
that's
night
true.
for like no money. So
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's true.
as far as the shitty comics, like let's say you turn on Netflix and see a shitty male comic, chances are he's doing it to a fucking arena, and he sucks. There's
Yeah.
that fucking what's that guy with the cowboy hat that's doing Larry the Cable Guy basically?
Fuck, I don't know.
He's
I
got a
forget.
special on right now. It's like Here Comes the Truth, and he's
Yeah.
like,
What?
It's fucking awful. but it's an arena. Like he's,
Yeah.
and it's just like Amy Schumer. I think she's funny, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's still a fucking.
Well, and you have a bunch of
she's got
people.
an arena. I can't
Yeah,
fucking knock
and they're
that.
of your fans,
But
so
then,
anything
like,
you say is.
When I
you
hear
know.
somebody, I don't want to fucking say the
Just-
wrong thing here.
It's
but
fine.
like-
Just say no.
like if
Be
somebody's
totally
like,
open.
Tig Notaro's in the top 10 comics right now.
Yeah.
It's like, no, she's not. You can see the results. Now, obviously, if that's your opinion,
Yeah.
you can say fucking.
Once you get
I
that,
think
Carrot
she's
Top's
funny,
number
but I'm
one.
not totally familiar.
yeah,
like,
once
I'm
you get
just
that
not
big, you have your
familiar with
fan
her.
base. So it's
Yeah.
like once you have 50,000 people, like that's my favorite.
Or like, all right, so I watched.
I think that's
I watched
harder
the
with famous
stand-ups.
comics,
I watched the
'cause-
stand-ups when they did all the like 6 or 7 things. There's female comics on there that bomb, and it's
Yeah.
like you're still like just consistently like, I don't know.
yeah. No,
It's
it's
hard
interesting.
for me to comment on like famous comedians because I think that's a lot of like what
What you've done to get
perception.
there.
Well, and
Sure,
also
sure.
like what you're shown. So it's like I also feel like if you're in an arena full of people like who want to see you, you could be
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
making
you could
fart
suck.
noises and they'll be
Yeah.
laughing.
You could be
so.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, literally.
You could have an arena and people are like, yeah, can't really.
That's been my takeaway. I
doing
think
it.
we're all locked into our POV. It's just we're all just kind of like,
I
dude, this
couldn't
is
agree more.
yeah.
And it's just it sucks to have this conversation and not like I feel guilty about even being like, well, I'm fucking funny and I don't get this fucking shit.
No,
but
that's
it
that's
sucks
real,
because
yeah.
then I see the fucking results.
Yeah.
Like I go do stand up a lot.
Yeah.
and it's like, what the fuck am I not doing that so and so's doing?
Well,
that
what
they're
kind of
getting all this
shows
stuff?
like are you trying to get on that you feel like women are getting on more? And
That
I don't mean to
women are
name
getting
specific
on-
shows.
No,
Yeah,
that-
I'm not trying
that
to tell you.
women
to
are getting on more, but just like how good I would have to be to get Just for Laughs versus how good a female has to be, and by good I mean crowd results.
I mean, when
Every
you've done
time.
you've done shows with them, and you're like, I did better. Why
I've
did you
seen
get just
people
for
that
Laughs?
have gotten Just for Laughs, and not that that's the fucking be all end all, but I'm not even on the fucking radar. Like they Facebook messaged me and were like, "Can we get a tape?" Meanwhile, there's female comics out there that, like, how funny I need to be to get that. They don't need to be that funny to get that.
Yeah, but that's when it gets
And by
into,
funny, I mean crowd results.
So in that specific place, would you say that there's like men getting those spots in that same
Not a
place?
lot
that
of straight white guys getting that. Mm-hmm. That if you're a straight white guy getting stuff, you got to be pretty fucking. You got to be twice as funny.
you think
Interesting.
so?
well,
I think-
there's
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the show. So like, also, is it like is it like a
festival. It's like
crowd
any
thing?
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, any festival.
Okay, so
it's
a
also
festival.
it goes into like
And
stand,
I
the
don't- I
whole
was-
point
I
of
feel like
stand-up-
with festivals, also they're sometimes just looking for
Diversity.
they're just looking for a certain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like-
with stand up, it's like you got to get as funny as you can, and then it's like you have people being like, "All right, who can we use that we
Yeah.
can put for shows, make money off of."
Yeah.
So it's one of those
Yeah,
things where
they're-
it stops translating into like how funny are you? It's like, what do you look like? You would fit well into this. Perfect. Let's go.
Yes. And
But
nobody.
being funny helps you rise to the cream of that crop. To Where you're
Absolutely.
taken.
And I'm not saying that like you couldn't, and I'm not saying that like unfunny everybody gets booked before funny people, of course. I just think that the rate it absolutely there's no way that like unfunny women are getting booked at a higher rate than unfunny men over funny men. Does that
No,
make
that's-
sense? I'm sorry, I got
Yeah,
lost
no,
in
I'm
what I
trying
was
to do the
saying.
algebra
but
on that
here's,
one.
Yeah.
here's all I'm saying. Just again, how good I need to be, and by good again, I mean crowd results. So like every show I go, people are like, that was the best set, that was the funniest set. Mm-hmm. Versus how funny a female comic needs to be to get something like Just for Laughs or a Conan spot or something like that. Mm-hmm. I need to be I need to fucking murder constantly. Versus a female comic in the same boat that like I don't think she needs to do as well as I do crowd results wise.
So look at the spots that you're talking about, like whatever they are. How many women have filled those spots versus how many men have filled those spots?
Okay. And how many of those? But I'm just talking about right now.
But that's what
I'm not talking about the fucking 80s or 90s or
No,
fucking
okay, even in the
2000s.
past like
This
2
year.
years or something.
I bet you it's 60-40 men in an industry where 80 to 90% of the people that do stand up are men.
So it's still going to be more men.
Seems disproportionate.
And are the men that are getting the spots, would you say that they're funnier than you or not as funny as you?
I mean, I don't want to use me as an example, but
you
do
are,
I just
though.
mean funny or not?
I'm only asking you because you are using you as an example. Like you're saying,
okay.
all right, so you're saying these women are getting spots that I don't get because like I'm funnier than them. I'm getting calculated results. So I want to know is do the men getting those responses?
No, I'm not using.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm not. I don't want to be the guy on this to be like.
I'm not trying to.
I'm funnier than fucking so and so. I'd butt fuck Martin or Bono. I'd fucking.
Who's
I don't
Martin
know
or
fucking.
Go back to the thing where Shane's the funniest person in the world.
I'm not doing.
I'll strangle you.
I'm only using the example that you gave me. So the example you
my
gave.
example was me and just a random person. Like, so do I need to? How funny would I? I've seen garbage on there. Obviously.
From just women, or were the men garbage
not
too?
Just women. There's a lot of bad men on there.
So then why is the focus on women?
Well, because I don't hear those men saying, I need to work twice as hard.
Okay.
I
So
do
wait,
hear
I'm
the
not
female
following you.
comics.
I'm just not following.
The female comics that do make it are sitting there saying, as a female comic, it's really hard. I needed to be so fucking good to get this.
And you don't think they did just because in this one instance, in this
Not
one
just that
slot,
one instance.
they
Maybe
got,
I know them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think it goes back into the thing of everyone thinks like,
Everybody,
everyone magnifies their own struggle. So
Yeah,
I
but
think
at least I have results in front of me to be like, we're on the same show.
But you keep talking
A
about
lot.
results, but you're also not
Results, I
looking
mean
at
crowd.
proportional results. So it's like you're focusing in on women getting
Well, that's
things
because
that
we're
you don't
talking
think is
about
funny.
Women need to work twice as hard.
Yeah, but how often? What about the men that are the majority of men that are unfunny that have been getting those spots for years? So why is it now? It's like now that women are getting those spots, now it's a thing.
Well, I wasn't there when they were doing that. And
You're arguing against kind of the mechanized push to be like, we need women, like kind of like get in.
well, it's not just women; it's any diversity in that sense, or anything like that, where affirmative action is more important than results and being funny.
I would say it's a lot of both. Well, here's the thing is like, it's not hard to find a diverse lineup just depending on where you're looking. And then the other thing I would argue is that when you have newer comics starting out, there's different ways that like newer male comics might be encouraged versus newer female comics. Like
I've heard that a lot too.
Like
and
when
I don't know.
Like if a newer guy gets up and bombs, it's kind of like, oh, you're just new, like keep at it. If a girl goes up and bombs, it's like her third time. It's like, see, women aren't funny, and that's just what you're gonna get. So you're cultivating these.
I know a lot of fucking guys. Every fucking open mic I go to, I'm like, I don't think that's.
Well, there's
fair. But I've heard that. I've heard that a lot.
Going back to the thing
it
you
is.
said, the thing you said about men not shaking like women's hand sometimes at comedy. I've gotten after like the last year or so, I've gotten increasingly wary of being like, I'll see new girl comics and I just like I don't even want to look at them because it's like there's been so much stuff where it's like this person did this, it made me uncomfortable. And I'm not saying it's invalidated, but my whole thing is like I don't even want to talk to you because I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be like, "What's up? How you doing, babe?" But I'm like, I'm just going to stay over here, mind my own fucking business, and I don't want anything
I think
to do with
that's.
anyone.
I mean, that's fine, but I'm more talking about like when
Support.
you're like anywhere, like when like when you're meeting people for the first time, I guess, like in a show or something like that,
Sure.
or somebody
That's
who
true,
works at
yeah.
the venue. Like, just I've definitely had that happen to me where like I'm the only girl on a show and like nobody realizes I'm a comedian.
Yeah, that
kind
makes
of
sense.
thing. So
That makes sense.
I mean, I get mistaken for door guy a lot.
Yeah, I get in real life when I
People be
tell
like, "Look at
people
this
when I tell
giant
people I do
idiot."
stand up, they go, "You do stand up?" They're like, "I would never see that." And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. So- but I know I can see what you're saying.
I don't want to. Again, I sound like and I say this shit all the time.
What?
I keep talking about like how I'm fucking funny, and I'm not.
You are
getting
funny.
a
You do.
fucking
You're
fair
funny. You are
shit.
funny.
and nobody's saying you're not funny.
And no, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's saying that, but I feel stupid saying it. I feel
I
bad
know what you
being
mean. You
like,
don't wanna be
I do
boastful.
so much better than these fucking chicks
Yeah.
that are good and shit. That's not how. Like I don't want to come off as jaded and fucking pissed because it really.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I really don't think about it. Like I'm not really fucking worried about it. I just need to be good and that's it. And at first though it was like, wait, they got what? Like so and so's on fucking
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
I just did a
stings.
show with them. They fucking suck.
Yeah,
And not just women, anybody.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
that definitely can go both ways.
But rarely have I seen a straight white masculine comic that I've seen. I'm like, they were on fucking TV. They suck. That rarely happens, in my experience.
Yeah.
But that's maybe because that's who I think's funny. Mm-hmm. But I think that tends to also be who everyone thinks is funny.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I see mostly still, even with like more women doing comedy, I still see mostly straight white male comics.
Straight white male comics.
I'm used to it. Like,
a lot
that's
of
what I'm
them are
used to
kinda
seeing.
Beta for a fucking lack of a.
I mean, I
don't
think
know how else
ones
to
who are doing
describe it.
well now.
The ones who are getting booked now are wearing a fucking sweater and horn.
When I was in Brooklyn, that was like in order to like counteract your white guyness, you had to kind of be a pussy, like not to be like a dickhead. Like if I walked on, I was like, hey, what's up? Everyone just be like, literally would groan, and I'm like, I didn't even fucking say anything. So that's just like a different setting.
There's settings like that where like I know it's stacked against me.
Yeah.
Like if I go to a fucking show in Portland or Brooklyn where it's all hipsters, like sure, but I know that a club I'm going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
well, and by the same
And
token,
that's-
if I go out in the middle of PA,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
same thing. So
She's
But I-
gonna fucking
like-
lure
But I
you.
can go out in the middle of PA. I
Right.
can go fucking. I can do the black club. Let's fucking go with the best. No, right.
I guess what maybe to look at it this way is like I mean, you go to Mike's, it's like just look at I mean, look at like a woman when she says like types of jokes that men typically tell, and just watch the audience get tight. And you
Yes.
can feel them get tighter with women. I mean, I used to, when I started, I told a lot of like mostly dirty jokes. And every once in a while I still do it now, but it's like I have to like really plow into it, because like if I go in and if I talk about like fucking, and I like just talk about me as a sexual being, I have to ease everybody into that, because they're just like, oh wait, like hold on, like I have to, now I'm picturing you naked, now it's all this, like the audience kind of gets, you can feel them, you can feel it, you have to.
But I think it's weird to hear somebody, and not that this is what you're saying, but it's weird to me when people are like, yeah, it's hard for women because audiences don't like us. And
I'm
it's
not saying they don't
well,
like
that's
us.
the
It's just
fucking
that they
what
don't.
We're doing. We're
they
trying
don't
to make the
expect
audience
us
like
to
it.
do well on a regular basis. Like majority of audience like sees a woman and they do even I. And here's the thing: I'm going to go internalize sexism.
Mm-hmm.
When I see a woman go up, I'm always like, please do good, because like it's like
that's
because
natural,
I
though.
know that like. If she doesn't do good, and I'm not saying that's because she's a bad comedian, everybody has bad sets, I fucking bomb, but it's like I know that when they see that, a bunch of people are waiting for her to not be funny. So when I see any woman go up, I'm like, please be good. Like,
That's
please
the
be
thing.
good.
And that's the
So
opposite
I do
view,
it
though.
too.
That's the opposite view I have, though, when you say a bunch of people are waiting for her to not be funny. I think there's a bunch of people that are like, everyone in the room's like, come on.
Well, if you
Be
also
funny.
if you also
Be
go,
funny.
I've noticed that before, to where like, and there's also
just at
this is
Fergie's.
a sick and twisted theory in my head. It only happens at certain open mics that like will pride themselves on like, we're a very welcoming space.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen, and again, I could be making this up, but like I'll see like a brand new female comic go on, brand new, and people are just like really pushing out
Trying.
the laugh, almost as if they're like trying to laugh. And I noticed it in improv places, and I would do stand up. There's like a weird like forced laughter, and it's like
Improv places.
I think there are some people to be guilted into
We don't
being
even need
like,
to
there's
discuss
guys
them.
who'd be like, I gotta laugh, I have to laugh, and it could be misleading for girls who are trying to do stand up, and there's guys just like, ha 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 ha, like I'm laughing the
And
hardest.
women.
Yeah, and women, yeah, exactly.
Like I was just at
Like there's a self, like a pleasure for people to be like, I love women in comedy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
it might be certain places might be like
Yeah.
that. I mean, improv audiences are very forgiving. I
But
can
even
say
like
that.
To female
even
comics.
I've seen Fergie's before, to where like they cultivate a certain environment there, and I've seen like a brand new female comic go on. People are just like, oh, like gut splitting to the point where I'm like, like it's interesting.
Was it like other comedians or like audience members?
Comics? It was all
was
comics,
other
there. But
comics.
they're more just like. And they're being nice. They're encouraging the person, but it's almost like there's a pressure on them to laugh. You know what I
Now
mean? It
there
goes
is.
both ways.
Definitely.
But I
mean,
feel like
that-
that's like with any. I mean, it's like there's open mics where like even if I see a newer guy go up, I'll like listen to what he's saying, and I might like go, like I might like chuckle.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like if I appreciate it, I like even if I don't really like the joke, I'll be like, okay, I see what you did there, because
Trying.
it's like a supportive. I think a lot.
Yeah.
I know I do try to do that, like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
anybody who's newer. But if I don't think it's funny, I definitely won't laugh, even
No,
if
that-
it's
yeah.
a girl. But I've seen some newer girls get up, and even newer guys get up, and like sometimes a newer person will just say something fucking funny, like you know, and it's
that's
like
true. I just
that was
think
good.
now and this is, again, I form a lot of weird paranoid theories, but I think guys now are picking up on the fact, they're like, all right, if I adopt these kind of feminist ideals and form myself like that, I can get women, basically.
But do you think that's more like reading the room? Are you talking about the comedy style?
No, like male comics who are just like, oh, this is what's going on. I'll be a male feminist now.
Well, it's like we said with anything. It's like if you take a person who's a manipulator to get what they want, they're going to use whatever they can to do it. So if they're like, you know, yeah, I'll pretend like I'm into this even though I'm not.
Exactly.
Like, you're just a manipulator. You would have done that no matter what environment you were in.
And I think that's all guys except me and Shane.
True.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. It's just weird.
Sure.
You know, I've heard girls before being like, I know how girls think, and it's like, I know how guys think really well. And sometimes I'll see them doing stuff where I'm like,
we know how guys think too.
fucking
We're
weasel.
not that stupid. I mean, it's like whenever a guy is too, they're too just like, oh, like I did this or I did that. I'm like, that's cool. Like, you don't need to tell me about it. Like, I mean, it's we. I'm suspicious when a guy is like telling me like what kind of feminist things he's done. I'm just kind of like, I hope you just did it because you wanted to do it, not because you're trying
Definitely
to
not.
talk about it. You know,
Definitely not.
but yeah, definitely.
That's interesting.
get
This
that
is
in.
It's good.
interesting.
This was interesting, man.
I'm just so worried I'm going to come off like
You're
a
not
fucking
gonna come off
dickhead in
bad.
this.
Why are you worried about it now as opposed to any other time, Shane?
What do you mean any other time? This is recorded. We can have a conversation. In fact, when
Exactly,
we turn the
dude.
mics off, I'm going to fucking we're gonna have a chat.
No, you said you were worried about.
chat.
You said you were worried you're going to sound like a dick or whatever. I'm like,
'cause I'm
because
already
you're
sound
always,
like a dickhead?
you're never worried about that.
No, because this is about women. It's a very fucking possibly damaging
That's my whole
conversation.
point. Is I think people really do.
It's
though,
not
need-
damaging
people
because
need to be-
I'm here.
People
so,
need to be
I know,
honest
I know.
about
I
it
was
because,
trying
like
to
I
be
was saying,
honest.
you get a lot of guys who are like, if I say this, I won't. My chances of dating within my scene just like roll down a mountain. So it's
Opportunistic,
like,
sure.
Even if it's
yeah.
not dating, but opportunistic of getting booked.
or social,
being a
just the
fucking
way I'm
ally.
perceived. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
lot of guys who might in their heads be like, they'll think.
Well-
a lot of guys who message me who think parallel to like certain things I think, and then like they'll just like private message be like, "Yo, dude, you're so fucking right. I would never say that." And it's like, all right.
Well, to me, it's like everybody's polite to a degree and respectful, even if you don't like it's professionalism again. Like when you're at your job, you might not like somebody, but you know what professional codes of conduct are. So you can argue like guys are pretending to be feminists so they don't get shunned out of their scene. But you could just say maybe being feminist just means being respectful to women. So maybe you can be like in your brain, be like, oh, that's a bitch. I fucking don't like her. But
That's literally my brain.
fucking bitch. You know, you might.
For a second, I thought I was like hearing my thoughts. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
In your brain. So maybe you can think that, but if you're outwardly respectful, like that's just being a good fucking person.
but
Like
Yes.
that's
when that
I
same
think being
person-
honest is being a good person.
you can be
I do
honest
too.
without being a shitty
I don't
McShitterson.
think- but my
But
thing
if
is-
you're not mistreating, but if you're mistreating people, like new female comics on, or a female comics on that's not very good consistently, and you're sitting there howling laughing, and then a guy comic